Pacheco sidesteps a tackle, cuts 15, 10, 5, freaking touchdown, dude! Blown up, fumble, pitch back to Brian Cook, and Brian Cook's gonna freaking house it, dude! He's gonna house it! Oh my God! He's got plenty of time, fires, back in the end zone, touchdown! Bro, what the frick did I just watch? And this is why you don't doubt Patrick Mahomes. He's gonna waltz in, untouched, touchdown, Kansas City, let's go, baby! What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live play-by-play reaction. Eagles versus Chiefs. Week 2, the main midday slot in a quote-unquote Super Bowl rematch, a game that a lot of people are not picking the Chiefs to win. They are not favored to win. It's very close. Last time I checked, this could have changed, but the Eagles are 1.5-point favorites. They don't have Dallas Goedert, but they do have Jalen Carter on the other side of the ball. So that's a big addition for the Eagles. They didn't have him last game against the Cowboys because he spit on Prescott and got suspended or ejected from the game before the game really started, and that counted as his one-game suspension. Meanwhile, the Kansas City Chiefs lost Xavier Worthy. You don't have Worthy. You don't have Rice. You've got Juju Smith-Schuster, Hollywood Brown, and Tyquan Thornton as your receiving room, and then we already know the running back room for the Chiefs. Not extremely dynamic there, but I am hoping the run game can do Mahomes a favor or two here or there, get some deep shots going down the field, and help open up the middle of the field because the Eagles are a really good team. Vic Fangio is their defensive coordinator. They're still number one. The Eagles are on my power rankings heading into week 2. Very good team. I am probably insane, but I am going with the Chiefs winning this game 31-27. But there has to be a lot that goes right for that to take place. I'm saying you have to put over 30 points if you want to beat this Eagles team. The defense has to play 4 or 5 levels better, greater than they did week 1 against the Chargers. If they look anything like they did against the Chargers, I'm talking missed assignments, falling over each other, Chamari Connor, and really everybody but Trent McDuffie and then Jalen Watson on a few plays not getting burned. If they don't pick that pace up multiple levels, you're going to lose by 10 plus. What else is factoring into my prediction here is Mahomes has to go Super Saiyan and be perfect, and the Chiefs have to win the turnover battle. I would not be surprised if the Chiefs ended up losing this game. I think they have legit paths to being able to pull it off. The Eagles don't have all the same players on defense as last year, but that offense is still basically the same. You don't have Dallas Goedert, who was the target leader for Hurts week 1. Okay, so that is a loss, okay, for the Eagles, but they still have A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. They got Jahan Dotson, who lit the Chiefs' defense up on a couple different plays last year in the Super Bowl. He had about 50, 60 yards or something like that last week as well. They still have Saquon Barkley, running back 1 in the NFL, Jalen Hurts, dual threat QB. You really have to account for the play action there, and that's why I'm saying if you were worried about the Chargers run game and the Chiefs were worried about the Chargers run game and play action passes and Herbert found the success they did, Saquon Barkley is a whole different level entirely than not only Omarion Hampton, but almost every other running back in the NFL, not named, I guess, Derrick Henry, James Cook, and there might be another couple that you could try to throw in to the upper echelon category of running backs. It's not going to be an easy game. It's much respect from me to the Eagles because of how good they are. I don't think it'll be a bloodbath is what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to be the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be close. A lot of people are predicting a 1-score game, but again, you have to win the turnover battle. You have to play clean football. Can't throw a pick six, can't throw another interception in the red zone, and you can't have a fumble when trying to target somebody deep downfield like they did in the Super Bowl. That's 3 turnovers. A lot of people knocked the Chiefs' defense in that Super Bowl game. It was really the offense, man, all the turnovers, the pick six, and putting the defense up in bad spots. Now, they came off a really bad showing last week, and you have to clean that up. Watch for Jalen Carter against Kingsley Suamataia along the offensive line. That's going to be the matchup to watch for me. Of course, they've got other guys. They recently signed Zadarius Smith. They have Okoronkwo. You've got, there's a couple other guys along the interior. But those are the 3 main guys to watch out for me. Nolan Carter as well. So watch out for them. But you're going to want to see Jalen Carter, 98, against Kingsley Suamataia at the left guard spot. If you can't hold, if you can't protect Mahomes in the trenches, it's going to be tough sledding. That's for sure. And that's a big key of this game for me. If the Chiefs want to win this game, have a chance to win this game, you have to be able to hold up and protect Mahomes. Yes, they don't have Worthy. Yes, they don't have Rashee Rice. Yes, they kind of have an okay running back room. But if you can protect Mahomes, I think you can make some plays. And the offense is probably going to have to carry a bit in this game. It's not going to be an easy task. It's going to be a tough match. So there's a lot of people picking the Eagles to win for good reason. I can logically reach that conclusion, or at least logically understand how people are coming to that conclusion, considering they got Jalen Carter back. The Chiefs just lost Worthy. You need to target their CB2 if he's going to be playing for sure as the starter, Adoree Jackson, number 8 in the secondary. Watch out for that. But they've got good players all over the place, man. Zach Bond, Jahad Campbell, very good linebacker duo. There's a lot to pay attention to on their defense, yes, but their offense is stacked. I mean, they are a loaded team. So again, it's much respect. We will see what ends up playing out here, but those are kind of my initial thoughts. I'll bring FLDB in here in a minute, and we'll kind of discuss it. But we've got 800 people in here already. Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling. Sleepy, thanks so much for the gifted. Flip with the membership, 36 months. Justin with the 11 months. Hey, Cole, much love for you in the channel. Thank you, man. Really hope we can win today. Yeah, me too. You're scared. A.J. Brown. Wait, what is going on with this? Is going to carve up the secondary. Yeah, it's not just A.J. Brown. There's a few different options. Dallas Goedert being out helps, but they can still spread it around all over the field. And if the pass rush can't get home, I didn't even mention that, but part of the problem for the defense last game, no pressure on Herbert, really. Yeah, he got sacked like 2 or 3 times, I think, but 2 of them were from Drew Tranquill blitzing. And then George Karlaftis, it was kind of like a hustle sack when Herbert was trying to scramble up into the pocket. So that was a good play. But outside of that, there wasn't a lot of pressure without having to send extra. Well, Jalen Hurts against the blitz, against pressure last year, was a top 5 quarterback in the NFL, I believe, in it was either QBR or passer rating. Regardless, he's going to make you pay if you have to send extra. And then he can make you pay with his legs. If you thought Herbert was scary with his legs last game, and that's how he even iced the game, no, Jalen Hurts is more of a dual threat QB. I think Herbert's probably more of a pure passer than Hurts, but he can still throw the ball. Yeah, he had a low ADOT last week, all that, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. You do what it takes to win the game. And he didn't really target his wide receivers much week 1 against the Dallas Cowboys. I would assume he's going to target them a lot more in this one. That's for sure. Uri, what's up with the 36 months? 3 years, a couple y'all. 3 years is crazy. Terry with the 14 months. Come on. Thanks, everybody. Oh, boy, happy to be here, but it's going to be a roller coaster of emotions this game, so I'm prepared, I guess. Yeah, I gave, in my preview video, ways that the Chiefs can win, but a lot has to go right. There's no way around that without Worthy. That's a big one for me. Down Worthy, I felt I would feel even better in my confidence level. My confidence level is not that high, but I don't know how many times I look at teams against the Chiefs and I just say, yeah, but Mahomes. That is kind of what I did for the Super Bowl last year too, and obviously it was a bloodbath. They got smoked. I'd feel more confident about the O-line in this one, and I guess some are saying the Eagles' D-line might be even better this year than last year. I don't know. They lost a couple of key guys in free agency, and maybe they will be eventually, but hopefully they don't have everything firing on all cylinders just yet. I think if the Eagles agreed that their D-line was where it needed to be, they wouldn't have just added Zadarius Smith in free agency. So hopefully it's going to be won or lost in the trenches here, and then the turnover battle. It's kind of like Ravens-Bills for me. Different game completely, but I felt like the Ravens on paper were better. I did say, though, if they lose the turnover battle, they're losing that game against the Bills because Josh Allen will make you pay. Well, Derrick Henry fumbled. The Bills somehow rallied from 15 points down with 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter and ended up winning that game. So this is going to be a big one. The Chiefs are going to be playing in about 15, 20 minutes. FLDB, would love to bring you in. If you guys don't know who this is the man that designed the scoreboard from the ground up. All the animations, he runs it all during the game. So what's up? How are you feeling about this game?
I'm feeling kind of mixed on the game. It's going to be a rough, or not rough. I think it'll be an okay game. It's just going to take a lot of mistake-free football to
Yes.
win this game, and we have to run the ball. We can't just not run the ball. It's. I don't think that will work against this Eagles team. So
You don't want to be one-dimensional?
yeah.
You need to find some more success than last week, that's for sure, because if Mahomes is your leading rusher by double yards, the percentage of time a team wins a game when their quarterback is the leading rusher, it's not good. It's very low. I think Jalen Hurts was the team's leading rusher last week, ironically, in a game that the Cowboys very well could have, maybe even should have won without Jalen Carter, because their defense, I mean, their game plan was thrown out, like the Chiefs' offensive game plan at first when Worthy gets injured like that. So, yeah, this is going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. I do real quick want to go over two things real quick. I want to go over the inactives for the Chiefs. Xavier Worthy, Jalen Royals, tight end Jared Wiley. So big Bob Tunyon is active over Wiley. Elijah Mitchell is inactive. So you've got Pacheco, Kareem Hunt, and Brashard Smith. Hunter Norzad and Malik Herring are also inactive. A change from last week is Omar Norman-Lott is going to make his rookie debut week 2 at Arrowhead. He's going to be playing, been dealing with a banged up ankle, and we will see how he looks out there. I hope that ankle is fully back. I would hate to see him rushed back out there and to retweak, re-aggravate that ankle, because those injuries can be known to linger. Speaking of injuries, it's been kind of a wild one around the NFL. Josh Allen left the field after getting hit in the nose and was leaking blood. Joe Burrow ruled out for the game, and I don't even know how some of those games are. I'm going to look it up. I turned off Red Zone to get ready for this stream so I could focus up, because Red Zone has me hooked on phonics. I can't do anything else in life when Red Zone is on, because it's just captivating and engaging to me. Let me look these up, because Joe Burrow didn't play in the second half, and Jake Browning has thrown 3 interceptions. So it looks like the Bengals might, well, I don't know. They've got the ball, but they're down by 3 right now, 24-27. The Bills blew out the Jets 30-10. The Seahawks beat the Steelers 31-17, a huge special teams mistake in that game. Let's see, what else do we got? Cowboys and Giants. Cowboys are up by 4 with under a minute to go. Rams are going to beat the Titans 33-ish to 19. There's still a minute to go in that game. Patriots, Dolphins. That's where the Dolphins are trailing by 7. I think that's now over. Patriots should win that 33-27. That game was crazy. You had a punt return for a touchdown. The very next play, a kick return for a touchdown by both teams. It was a little wild series there. I think the Jags, I don't know what's going on actually in this game. The Jags and Bengals game. Maybe FLDB can loop me in here in a second, but the Bengals are down 3 to the Jags, again, with no Burrow. He's dealing with a toe injury. We'll see how long he has to miss. The Niners are up 26-21 against the Saints with under a minute to go in the fourth quarter as well. A lot going on in these football games before we get ready for the main slate. Jennifer with the 1587. Regardless of the outcome, we're in this together. Yeah, it's really not ideal for the Chiefs to start out 0-2. Not many teams have started a season 0-2 and made the playoffs. 2 of them have since 2021 when they moved to a 17-game season. It was the Texans and the Bengals. Now, if the Chiefs do end up losing this game, it is not hit the panic button, the season's over. No, I still have a lot of confidence that the Chiefs can right the ship. Obviously, each game becomes increasingly important. Some people were saying, well, I think the Chiefs were looking past the Chargers to this Super Bowl rematch. I would argue that Week 1 Brazil game was way more important than this game. Now, this game got way more important because the Chiefs lost, but a division opponent against an NFC team, I'm going to argue all day that Week 1 was the more important game. Had you won this, it would have been a little bit better, but you lost. Your back's up against the wall a little bit here. The good news is for the Chiefs, Worthy should play next week. I think he's trending in the direction of being able to play. We'll see. He's going to be in a brace. He's got a torn labrum. Ian Rappaport said a fully torn labrum. Okay, I've had 2 labrum surgeries, a fully torn labrum all the way from here, all the way around. I think that was not accurate. He might have a complete tear of either, like, I don't know all the technical terms, but there's like the front of your labrum. You could have a complete tear. There's the top, there's the back, then there's the bottom. You can have complete tears of like the certain sides of your labrum, but a full tear, like all the way around, would have zero stability in that shoulder, and I don't think he would be playing next week. I'm not a doctor, but I am dangerous with the labrum because I've had 2 shoulder surgeries, so we'll see if there's any clarification on that next week, or if any medical professionals kind of weigh in about that and say, yeah, he said fully torn, but I don't think that's the case. Regardless, Worthy is trending towards playing. He'll probably have to have surgery in the offseason, and he still has a chance, an increased risk of popping that shoulder back out again and causing more damage all season long, for the most part. It's not ideal. It's a fluke accident to your wide receiver 1 while Rice is out. You're now down your top 2 receivers. I'll back up and get to my point. Even if you start 0-2, and I do have the Chiefs winning this game, I've kind of already broke that down. A lot has to go right. You have to play perfect. The defense is going to have to step up, and you have to win the turnover battle. But it is positive, at least, that Worthy should return. Rice is back week 7. The back half of your schedule is a little bit easier, even though 5 of your 6 AFC West games are in the back half of the season. You have the Giants next week, and Russell Wilson was throwing bombs. I don't know if they won. Maybe FLDB can weigh in. But then you have Ravens week 4. Yeah, it's not getting any easier. But that's the future. Right now, you've got the Eagles. The game starts in roughly 10 minutes, and we are about to get things going. FLDB, how did any of these games end, if you were watching any of them at all?
I've been watching. It's crazy. The Giants just scored a touchdown and retook the lead with 30 seconds left against the Cowboys.
Oh, gosh.
The Bengals drove down, and they were stopped at the 1-yard line with 18 seconds left, and they did a QB sneak, and Browning got in. And so they have now taken the lead.
They're going to win.
There's 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. They snapped the ball. Jaguars, all right, they're going to have to, let's see, going across the field. There's a flag on the play. I think it's over anyway. So, yeah, the Bengals just won.
I don't think you can end on a defensive penalty, so we'll see if
it's over.
Okay, nice.
We'll see.
So the Bengals snuck one away with Jake Browning throwing 3 INTs. It's crazy because Trevor Lawrence early in that game, he threw a pick in the end zone. You could have gone up 21-0. That's crazy that they ended up winning that. We'll see how long Burrow is out because he has a turf toe injury. You just don't know to what degree, and those can hurt bad. Mahomes had turf toe, if you guys remember, in the playoffs late in the season a few years ago. He had to get it surgically repaired, surgically fixed in the offseason. That was a few years ago. That was Bucks Super Bowl loss, Super Bowl 55. And he said he was in a lot of pain. Those are very painful. Brock Purdy's dealing with turf toe right now. He's out for a few weeks. Let me go to this real quick before this game gets started and we call this game. I have a 3-legged parlay set up with Underdog, the best and easiest place to play fantasy sports, where any new signup who uses code HBTC, you can check the link in the description or scan the QR code. You just play 50, or you play 5 rather, and you get $50 in bonus funds plus a gimme pick in the lobby. But here's my 3 picks for this game. They're kind of weird, but I like them. Jahan Dotson higher than 11.5 receiving yards. He had way more than that last game, and then in the Super Bowl, way more than that. Kareem Hunt, he's your 3rd down back. He had 10 receiving yards last week. 7.5 is his line, so I'm hitting his higher in receiving yards just because he's your 3rd down back. I think Mahomes is going to find him a couple of times in this game. And then Saquon Barkley, if the Chiefs sell out to stop the run, Saquon had, I think, 4 catches last week and 6 in the Super Bowl or something like that. So I went with his higher on 2.5 receptions. So if you want to tail that, you've got time before this game starts. And those were 3 that just really stood out to me. I was like, these are unique. We'll see what that does. We'll see how this goes. So this is why I think I did a flexed entry too. Yeah, you can see down here it's a flexed entry. So if I hit 2 of 3, it's still a winner. You basically win what your money was and puts plus a little bit. But all 3 is like I don't know, 3x or something. Either way, there's the flexed entry. Thanks to Underdog again for the season-long partnership with the channel for the third year in a row, and we are getting ready to start out this game. The Eagles inactives, we talked Chiefs inactives. Really, the key one is Dallas Goedert, their tight end, who had either 7 targets or 7 receptions last week, leading their pass catchers. The Lions beat the Bears 52-21. Good God. That's Ben Johnson. Their new head coach for the Bears was the Lions offensive coordinator the past, I think, couple of years. So the Lions dominated that game. Absolutely crazy. Cincinnati is now 2-0 for the first time in the Zach Taylor era. Crazy. That is insane. And you did that without Burrow in the second half. Absolutely crazy. Kiki with the 26 months. I hope we can keep our head above water until Rice can play. Yeah, it's unfortunate that Rice is out. Obviously, we know why he's out. He's suspended. That was a year and a half ago. He made really poor choices, and here's the consequences for it after the legal process played out over the summer. You don't have that. You do have Rice, even if Worthy's out, but it is what it is. You've got to make the most of the situation that you're given. And so your top 3 receivers are going to be Hollywood Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Tyquan Thornton. I do hope they can get Tyquan Thornton involved deep down the field because it's going to help open up the middle of the field. And then if you can pop off a couple of runs, not that terrify Philly's defense, but that put some respect. It sounds basic, but it is complementary football, and it helps open up all kinds of other stuff in the offense. If the running game can't get going, you can't get the deep shots because the O-line's not going to hold. They're just going to do what they did in the Super Bowl. They're going to tee off and drop back everybody else in coverage and just play tight to the middle of the field because there were deep shots open in the Super Bowl, and they did not have time for those plays to develop. We'll see how it goes. But, man, we've got some guys dropping bombs right now. Mike Gerber with the 5 gifted. Thank you so much. New Punk with the 22 months. I'm absolutely dreading this game. Could be PTSD from February. Yeah, if the Chiefs played a respectable game close down to the wire in the Super Bowl, I think a lot of us would be a little bit more confident for this one. It's not the same roster. It is week 2, and then they came off of the showing, at least defensively, that they did last week. The offense got it together after they got shell-shocked by losing Worthy 3 plays in. They figured it out after a few drives. I have more confidence in the offense as long as the O-line holds up than I do the defense based on last week's game. Now, it's a week-to-week league, and anything can happen. Let's see what happens. If you got to come out, you got to execute. The Eagles are too good to mess around and be cute and have a turnover and not execute offense, defense, special teams. Can't miss an extra point in this game. Don't care. I love the run-on 59-yard field goal last week, but the extra point had the Chiefs chasing the entire second half. Can't do that. Can't do it. Chief DeLorean with the 10 gifted. Let's go. Audio's cutting in and out. Not sure if I can do anything about that. Are you hearing that too, FLDB? Okay. Well, that's not good. FLDB's in the interview with me. Audio's fine. Audio. Close it and come back out. Hopefully it's YouTube because I'm seeing excellent connection. So maybe guys back out and back in because I hope it's just YouTube. I don't have any connection issues on my end. It says 5 out of 5. No audio issues, so hopefully it's okay. I'm hoping it was on YouTube's end because it all looks good over here for me. It was only a couple times. All right. Well, we'll see. Because if audio problems keep up, there's not really much I can do. I would have to end the stream and start over. All right, we're getting ready for this Chiefs game, though. Let me hear. Somebody said it's still in and out. This game is going to come down to who can get the momentum going and keep the momentum all in the fourth quarter. We cannot afford to trail and play catch-up. Exactly. Yep. Thank you for the 5-bomb flip. Cole, Cowboys are going to overtime. Would they switch at 3:25? Oh, boy. Well, I hope they switch for me because I'm in Kansas City. All right. Well, it seems like the audio should be fine now. That's the hope. Normally, if my connection's bad, it tells me on YouTube's end. So my connection says excellent on this side. Hopefully, it's okay. Sounds better? All right. Hold, YouTube, please. Or stream, or internet, or whatever it could be. Oinky in the house. I muted my YouTube watching chat here, and Cole on Roku TV streaming works for me. Let's go. Heck yeah. Well, good. All I can do is call the game. Hopefully the audio stays good, and we'll kind of go from there. But this game's going to start any minute here. I do want to check online and look at something. I want to double check two things. Are there any updates on this Chiefs game that's going to be starting any minute here as far as who won the toss, anything like that? We'll kind of keep our eyes open on that. There's a lot of talk last week. Flip, thanks again for the 5, man. There's a lot of talk last week that the Chiefs didn't have the energy they wanted in this game. Last week 1, Brazil. I don't understand all the energy talk, really. I don't know. I don't hear a lot of energy talk, but I feel like coaches, players, they were all talking about it. Yeah, you started out slow on offense because you lost Worthy. So that's odd to me, but hey, if they want to come out a higher energy from the jump, that would be absolutely fantastic, please. Still people saying I'm cutting in and out. FLDB, can you pull up YouTube and just double check it on your end and just let me know? My connection says excellent, so I'm not really sure. Yeah, the Giants and Cowboys are going into overtime, and it's on the same station as the Chiefs game. It's on Fox. It's on their end, not you. Thank God. All right, if you're having audio problems, please refresh your page, refresh your app, refresh your TV app, whatever you have me on. Hopefully that fixes it. Because for once, it's not on, I don't think it's on my end. I typically would have like connection interruption. Like I'm on a green dot for my stream. It's on 5 out of 5. What the heck is happening? Oh, there we go. The TV station just like bleeped. Thought there was going to be an alert. Sound is good here. All right, let's go. All right. Well, hopefully YouTube holds up for us, guys, and the audio sounds good for you. Thanks, everybody, for being here. We have 2,000 people in chat. Again, FLDB is about to run the scoreboard. We're going to get it started here in just a couple minutes. I would assume since I'm local, they're going to switch to this Chiefs game for me because I'm in network. I'm in the Kansas City area. Thanks, HBTC and fans. Thank you, 61 Caddy, for the 2 months. Let's go. It's fixed. Go Chiefs. Come on. Let's go. Can we get a let's go? Let's freaking go. How about those Chiefs? I gave a pause hoping you guys would say it with me. Hopefully some of you did. Yeah, we got the switch in the feed. Awesome. You're a little sick, nervous? Yeah, I think I'm always nervous for these games now. I just want to do a good job for you guys, but I'm also a Chiefs fan, so I feel like the pull of I want to call the game well. I also want the Chiefs to win. Yeah, it's a little bit of mix. I'll probably settle in here when the game starts. But every time before a game now on game day, I just like pace around. Like a little nervous. We should be good though. It's a good game. I mean, it's a good team. It's a good game. I am just nervous to play the Eagles, but I was nervous last week as well. The Chargers are also a good team. Everyone's spoiled by the crystal clear sound Cole always has. Well, here we go. We're about to start this game right now. I think the Chiefs won the toss and deferred. So the Eagles are about to get the ball right now. All right, we cut to the Chiefs game from the Dallas game. If you're out of network and you're still seeing Dallas, they're in overtime. You should get this game after. All right. All right, so the Chiefs won the toss and deferred. Harrison Butker's about to kick this ball off. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Kick is up. Right side. Caught at about the 5-yard line by Mechie, left side. He's got a little bit of a hole, but tackled at about the 31-yard line. Remember, touchbacks now result in the ball being placed at the 35. So you're going to see a lot of returns. Not only this game, but all season long. Thank you, Apex, for the kind words, brother. Keith Jones with the membership said, I'll do 10 push-ups for every score tonight, Cole. All right. Every Chiefs score or every score in general? All right, crowd's getting loud. Remember, Chiefs are at home. Chiefs defense needs some big stops early in this one. You got Hurts in the pistol. I think Saquon directly behind him. A.J. Brown in motion from the left to the right. 3 options, right side. Pressure forces a fumble from Hurts, and it's going to get picked up by the Eagles, but result in a 3 or 4 yard loss. Who the heck came shooting out from Hurts' blind side? Jalen Watson with the blitz forced Hurts up and into the pocket. And I think Grant Calcaterra, the tight end, was able to scoop up that fumble by Hurts. But Hurts was shook, unexpected on first down to have a cornerback blitz on that side. And it is now 2nd and 13, loss of 3. Man, a Chiefs recovery there would have been incredible. All right. Hurts in the gun. He's got 2 backs. Fakes the handoff to Barkley. Mechie, quick pass, and that is blown up for a loss of 1. It is 3rd and 14. 3rd and 14, and these 3rd and longs just make me nervous. Every time I'm like, oh yeah, 3rd and 14, that is very favorable. And a lot of teams get 15. I feel like that happened last week with Herbert like 10 times. I'm being dramatic, but this would be a great initial stop by the defense here. Crowd's getting loud. Hurts is in the huddle, yelling out the play. Here we go. 10 seconds on the play clock. 3rd and 13 in the gun. Barkley to his right. He's got 3 options to the left. Chiefs don't look like they're bringing pressure, but let's see. Uh-oh, we got somebody to jump, and they're both pointing each direction. Let's see who it is. They're both pointing at each other. On the offense would be better. 3rd and 19. 3rd in Overland Park. Let's see what the call is. It's on the defense. Neutral zone infraction. So if that happens, the offense, the O-line just jumps. It was on Chris Jones. Chris flinched, and then the O-line just moves. It was just a good move by the O-line. If the defense jumps at all into the neutral zone and the O-line doesn't move, the defense can jump back. So if you see that, you just jump if you're the O-line. So now instead of 3rd and 13, 3rd and 14, it's 3rd and 8. A little bit easier for the Eagles. Let's see. At the 32, Hurts in the gun, 2 out wide each side. Chiefs are going to rush 4. Chris Jones gets there, but a throw to A.J. Brown gets lit up just 1 yard shy. Now, this is tush-push territory for the Eagles, basically no matter where you're at. And that's why the neutral zone infraction is so unfortunate. Chris Jones got there, but Hurts got the ball out quick. If it's 4th and 1, this is automatic, in my opinion, borderline automatic first down tush-push. That's what's crazy about the Eagles. You can play just to get close in 3 because you can tush-push. Here we go, 4th and 1. He's doing some hard counts, possibly trying to get the Chiefs to jump. Nope, he's going to run it, and he's going to get it, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see what the call is. He definitely got it on a second effort, but if the flag's on offense, it's going to move you back, and they're going to have to punt. That's automatic for the Eagles. It was offsides on the defense. 5 yard penalty, first down. Yeah, you had a a Chiefs player's hand even with the ball. That play is impossible. It's automatic, dude. But it was a 5-yard gain because of the Chiefs. I don't know whose hand it was. One of the D linemen's hands in the neutral zone. It would have been 3rd and 13. Neutral zone infraction on Chris Jones moves him up. A.J. Brown brings him within 1 yard. Saquon Barkley, meanwhile, is going to get the handoff, tries to spin away from a tackle, and he's going to get blown up for a loss of 2. 2nd and 12. The penalties will kill us. Exactly, Ann. I said if you want to win this game, you've got to out-execute. You have to have less penalties, less turnovers. It sounds like 1 + 1 = 2, yes, but the Eagles are good. They're defending champs for a reason. They will make you pay if you give them extra yards on penalties, if you give them retries. Hurts in the gun at the 44. Got 2 options each side. 3 seconds on the play clock. Points to his left before the ball gets snapped. Pressure coming. It holds. He throws left over the hands of his target and off the hands of Trent McDuffie. Incomplete. He overthrew Grant Calcaterra, again, one of the primary tight ends for the Eagles today, with Dallas Goedert out. Was high over his hands, or kind of bounced off of his hands. And Trent McDuffie couldn't bring it in. All right. Just like that, it's 3rd and long again. All right, no neutral zone infraction for this time, please. At the 44. 3rd and 11. 6 seconds on the play clock. Chiefs are crowding the line of scrimmage. They're showing pressure. They are going to bring some, but it's going to hold, and Hurts has time. However, 6 yards shy. Tackled at about the 49-yard line. Brian Cook with the tackle falls over backwards. What a stop by the defense. Hurts had a lot of time, even when the Chiefs brought pressure there, but the coverage seemed to hold up well, and that's well short of the sticks. You're not going to run a tush push for 6 yards here, so it's 4th and 6. Going to be punting here. Uh-oh. Christian Fulton might be limping on the sidelines. I just saw him walking gingerly, looking down at one of his legs. The punt is up. Nico Remigio way back, and it bounces at the 10 and out of bounds inside the 10. They're going to spot it at the 9. What a great punt by the Eagles. Did I see Christian Fulton limping? Yeah, great stand by the defense. Might have saw Fulton limping on the sideline. All right, so it's going to be the Chiefs' ball backed up to their own 9. Mahomes under center. Pacheco the lone back here. 2 out wide to Mahomes' left for receivers. They're going to hand it off, and Pacheco's got a little bit of room. Cuts inside, gets about 5. All right. We'll take that. We will take that. Ryan with the 5. Hurts always follows the left guard on that stupid play. Treat the left guard as center, and I think it would be easier to stop. You would think it would be as simple as just one thing, but nobody seems to be able to stop it. Maybe they'll try next time. 2nd and 3. It was a 7-yard run. Mahomes in the gun. Looks left, throws down the field. Noah Gray was open, and he overthrew him. Ooh, Noah Gray snuck open down the field. Left side, Mahomes took a shot, a little bit too much air under it. Overthrew him. 3rd and 3 would have been a gain of about 20. Third and 3. Let's see what they end up doing here. You running it. You got Mahomes in the gun, Kareem Hunt to his right, and maybe Brashard Smith to his left. I can't see the number. They're going to fake it, roll, thrown dangerous behind his intended target because Hollywood Brown fell down. 4th and 3. Chiefs are going to have to punt. I think Hollywood Brown might have been the primary target, and he fell down on that play. So Mahomes tried to throw to Brashard Smith, and he was off target there. It might have been a play to Burchard all along, but when Hollywood Brown falls down on the field, you kind of know you're not going to him. So 3 and out for the Chiefs. Super unfortunate because the defense had a great stand on that opening drive of the Eagles. All right, we got the lefty. Almost got that punt blocked, but Ariza gets it off, and it is way back. Fair catch at the 21. This close to being blocked. This close. Yeah, that's unfortunate because on first down, Pacheco ran for 7 yards. That's 2nd and 3. A little too much air on the ball to Noah Gray, makes it 3rd and 3, and then I don't know what that play on 3rd down was what it was supposed to be exactly, but because of that, the Chiefs offense starts slow. 3 and out after the Eagles ended up punting, and now Jalen Hurts and company are going to get chance number 2 here in this game with 9.5 minutes to go. Do we have time clock, FLDB, or something's wrong with the time clock? Or you don't have the game yet? All right. 9.5 minutes. Play action. Going to roll out the opposite direction. Fires in the direction of A.J. Brown, and it's either dropped or broken up by Brian Cook. Can you text me what's up, FLDB? Yeah, they tried to run a play action to Saquon, rolled out left, throws. It was broken up by Brian Cook. Still on the... Okay, guys, if you want the game clock, FLDB is just stuck on the Giants and Cowboys game because he's in Minnesota. As soon as that game cuts back for the Chiefs, we will have game clock and all that. 2 seconds on the play clock. A.J. Brown in motion. Hurts steps back, looks, has time, checks it down to Saquon. And he's going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of 1. That's 3rd and 11, 3rd and 10. The Chiefs defense is playing well right now. A teacher at your school lives by 54. Leo Chanel? That's awesome. Thanks for the 2, Graham. Yeah, Graham, that's awesome, brother. In regards to super chats, guys, I look to them mainly on commercial breaks because I want to be able to call this game for you. So I'll get to them, I promise, but thank you, man. 3rd and 10, big play here for the Eagles defense. Hurts in the gun. Saquon moves from his right to his left. 3 seconds on the play clock. Devontae Smith moves a little bit. Chiefs bring pressure. Can't get there. Hurts airs it out. Wide open. Incomplete. A.J. Brown wants a flag. It's crazy. I think Noel Williams fell down in coverage and A.J. Brown was open, but Hurts had to air it out and was just off target. Yeah, Noel Williams was not great in coverage there and did kind of hit A.J. Brown early. Just a hair early. They let him play. They wanted a flag. If they would have thrown one, I wouldn't have complained too much. But Hurts had to let that ball go. And 3 and out for the Eagles here. Let's see if the Chiefs offense can do something about that. All right, Nico Remigio fields the ball at the 17, crosses from the left to the right, and he's got room. He's all the way to the 35. Gets hit pretty good there, but that was a great return by Nico Remigio. He's not a burner. He's not necessarily going to constantly make you pay with his elite speed, but he has really good vision and is the Chiefs starting punt and kick returner for a reason here. So Chiefs ball around the 40. Mac Lethal said, "You're not cutting in and out." Oh, thanks, dude. Thanks, man. I guess for some people it was cutting out earlier, but we should be good. Again, the game clock will return as soon as FLDB gets this game. He is stuck in Minnesota with the broadcast for the Cowboys game. Mahomes in the gun, steps back to throw. He's going to step up in the pocket, and he's going to scramble. He's got room in the middle of the field, slides down, gain of 11. Let's go. Mahomes doesn't scramble a lot typically, but when he does, he's very efficient. One of the best in the NFL at picking and choosing when he runs, and often a high percentage of his scrambles are going for first downs. First and 10 at the 46. Mahomes in the gun, Kelsey in the slot, in the middle on the right actually, but they're going to hand it off to Kareem Hunt. He's going to spin and get about 6-7 yards just crossing midfield. Kareem Hunt was a little slow to get up there. Dub Freak with the 10, bro. Why the cute plays? No other teams do that. I appreciate Andy's creativity, but dang. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. They don't have, like, I don't know, it's 3rd and 3, but it's 2nd and 4 now. Mahomes throws right side. Whew, tough contested catch, but it was made by Hollywood for a gain of about 2 on 2nd and 4, 3rd and 2. Macerda, thank you so much for the 3 bomb. Oscar with the 5. I don't know if it's everywhere, but YouTube TV is still playing the Cowboys game in overtime here in Texas. Yes. If you're out of the KC area, I think you're getting the OT game of the other Fox game. Hopefully that game ends soon. 3rd and 1 at the 45. Mahomes in the gun. Steps back to throw. He wants to run. He's going to scramble, trying to get outside, and he does. He's got the first down and more, spins out of bounds. Patrick Mahomes using his legs on multiple plays on this drive, doing a little point like this for first down. Mahomes is not the fastest runner in the NFL, but he often is able to get the edge. He's just fast enough, like if a dog's chasing him. Little spin out of bounds there. Jalen Carter couldn't get him, tried to swipe at his ankle. 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs at the Eagles' 38-yard line. They're going to hand it off to Pacheco. He's trying to get outside, and he's going to get absolutely stifled for a loss of 2. 20 seconds left on the Cowboys game. Oh, good. A dog chasing him? Yeah, you ever heard that saying? Like, if a dog's chasing you, you often will find yourself running faster than you have ever ran in your entire life. It's kind of like that. He doesn't look that fast, but he's able to outrun just barely. Never heard that one? All right, Mahomes in the gun. Steps back to throw, quick pass, middle of the field, diving attempt made by Juju, incomplete, 3rd and 11. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter here, and FLDB here soon will get the game back on his screen, and we will have a game clock again for you. Thanks for your patience, guys. Oscar, Dub Freak, Graham, Ryan, thanks for the dono bombs. Macerda, appreciate y'all. 3rd and 11, don't love that. Let's see what we can get going here. You got Mahomes in the gun, 3 options out wide to his right. Eagles have some extra guys crowded at the line of scrimmage. Do they bring pressure? Play gets blown dead. It might be a false start. If it's false start. False start on Kareem Hunt. 3rd and 16. Okay. Meg with the 5. Cole, YouTube TV has the Chiefs game on in Spanish. Go to version, choose Deportes, and you get the Chiefs game. Oh, there you go. Go do that, everybody, if you don't have the Chiefs game yet. Chiefs game's on in Spanish. Go to choose version Deportes, and you get, I hope I'm saying that right, Desportes. I don't know, guys. 3rd and 16, though, for the Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes in the gun, 1 back to each side here. Rashard Smith motions out. They're going to hand it off to Kareem Hunt for a gain of 3. Seems like you're trying to get a little bit of cushion to set up a Harrison Butker field goal. Let's see what they end up doing here. Cowboys won by 3. Nice. Somebody said run. Yeah, they're trying to pad that a little bit to help a Harrison Butker field goal. It's 3rd and 16. I would have liked to see more than 3 yards. All right, 5 minutes to go in the first quarter here. Harrison Butker is almost at midfield. It's a 58-yard attempt here. The kick is up, and it is going to be wide right. Not even close. It's one of the worst long-distance kicks I've seen Butker kick in a long time. So the Eagles are going to have the ball in really good field position now. Oh, he was way off. Good God. All right. Well, that's not ideal. Again, against a team as good as the Eagles, you can't have missed points. Harrison Butker is good enough to make that. I understand nobody's going to be perfect, but that's 3 points off that you could have had. That was the wind? I think the flags were like lightly blowing, I didn't see them banging one side, but hey, I could be wrong. Either way, it was way off. Meanwhile, the Eagles now have the ball at the 48-yard line. Great field position for Hurts. In the pistol. Hands it off to Barkley. Spins off of a tackle, gains about 4. All right, 4.5. All right, we got a game clock now. Let's go. If you had YouTube TV, would you have been able to lock in? Or NFL Sunday Ticket or whatever? No? Okay. All right, 2nd and 7. After a 3-yard run there by Saquon. Hurts in the gun. Saquon motions to the left. Chiefs bring pressure, but it's going to be caught by Devontae Smith right side about a yard or 2 shy of the line to gain. 3rd and manageable. If I'm the Eagles, I'm running twice in a row here. Run and then tush push if it's 4th and 1. All right, let's see what the Eagles line up in here. They're actually, it is tush push now. 3rd and 1 maybe? Yeah, 3rd and 1, I believe, and Hurts is going to get it. Left guard, again, moves the chains. The broadcast said 2nd and 7, but I don't think that was right. The broadcast was tripping. As a Chiefs fan, I don't know what it's like to run a QB sneak. I know they don't do that because of Mahomes' knee. But what a wild concept. Nobody better at it in the NFL than the Eagles, sadly, because they're playing the Chiefs right now. At the 39, remember, they had really good field position after Harrison Butker missed that field goal. They're going to hand it off again to Barkley, and he's going to get maybe 4. All right, let's see what the play call is here. We are getting closer and closer to the end of the first quarter. Scoreless. Chiefs had an opportunity. Harrison Butker had the distance on that field goal, but it was wide right for sure. All right. Crowd's getting loud. 2nd and 6. They're at the Chiefs' 37.5-yard line. Hurts in the gun. Trios bunched up to his left, but he motions one, fakes the pop pass. Quick pass to Devontae Smith. He made one man miss, and he's all the way down to the 24-yard line. George Karlaftis almost off the edge swatted that ball down and missed it by a hair. Yeah, Chamari Connor couldn't get there. Jalen Watson couldn't get there. They're all the way to the 24, just like that. Hurts in the gun, 2 out wide to his right. Derek Nottie got in way late. They're going to hand it off to Saquon, I believe, and he falls. No, that was A.J. Dillon, sorry, 29. It looked like 26 to me. Will Shipley, they got a injury to Will's ribs, so Will Shipley is not in this game. So you'll see A.J. Dillon take some carries here. They just traded for a running back, but I don't anticipate him on the offense a lot yet. 2nd and 5 at the 19.5. A.J. Dillon with the check down left side, and he's going to get the first down and a little bit more. They're at the 13. That was a nice play, catch and run there by A.J. Dillon. Nick Bolton couldn't bring him down. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Couple of injury updates. Oh, boy. Christian Fulton, doubtful to return with an ankle. Mike Dana, questionable to return with a hip. Oh, boy. 2 Chiefs defenders already out early here, and it's not even the second quarter. Hurts under center. Hands it off to Barkley, and he's going to house it. Untouched. Not one person even put a finger on Saquon. If you hit the higher on his rushing touchdown, good on you. It's almost automatic for that guy. So the Eagles capitalize on a missed Harrison Butker field goal, short field, and get the first points on the board here. Yeah, some good blocking by the O-line. I think they showed heavy on the opposite side. Possibly a bad angle by Cook in the secondary. Impossible to tell off of one replay. But the Eagles are going to get on the board first here. 6-0. pending the extra point. Good. 7-0, Eagles. Flip with the 5. If we can shut down these 8 and 9 yard pass attempts on 2nd and 3rd downs, we can prevent having to see the tush push. Yeah, sure. Maybe tight man coverage with the QB spy. Yeah, it's a cheat. It's always a cheat code for the Eagles because if they get to 3rd and short, you just try to get a couple yards. If it's 4th and 1, they're probably going for it. Oh boy. Mike Dana and Fulton already banged up. That was a good response by the Eagles, taking advantage of very short field because of Harrison Butker's missed field goal. 46 seconds left on the clock, and they're going to a commercial. Well, they made a field goal, so it's all scores are going to go to a field goal, or a commercial, sorry. Yeah, anytime there's a score, they cut to commercials as I set up for the special teams switch. Yeah, about 33% of NFL games are ads. It's roughly about 33%. This offense, man, yeah, the offense has to get it going. It's an uphill battle. You have no Worthy, you got no Rice, you don't really have a dynamic run game. I mean, Mahomes is going to have to just play perfect, and you're going to have to make some plays. So we'll see what happens here. It's still really early, but yeah, you don't want to fall down multiple scores here, or by more than one. Give Pat a pass, as usual. I'm not giving him a pass. He's going to have to play really well to help win this game. But Harrison Butker had the distance on that field goal. Should have probably made that one. First quarter, awful offense and defense. Oh, not me. Okay, fair enough. The defense did pretty good until that drive. And again, it's one of those situations where the Eagles took over at midfield. That is never ideal. But the Eagles' first 2 drives were punt. So I wouldn't say horrible defense if the Eagles before this last drive had 9 plays for 19 yards. But yeah, they gave up some yards on this one, and they have 2 players injured. They got Mike Dana and Fulton out already. Well, Fulton doubtful, Dana questionable with a hip. Boy. Colby Real, Mahomes is overthrowing. Yeah, I said the throw to Gray was overthrown. Yes, sir. Yeah, he had Gray open on one of those plays and overthrew him. All right, 8 plays, 52 yards, 4 minutes off the clock for a touchdown was the Eagles' last drive. Let's see if the Chiefs can respond here. Kick is going to be caught at the 5. Can we see them house it? It's Brashard Smith. No, he's going to get tackled at the 21. Not great. Cole's at work. You got this, bud. You do a great job. FLDB scoreboard is great. Let's freaking go. SL, thanks so much for the 5 bomb, man. All right, 41 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Chiefs, 1st and 10 at the... Oh, I said the 21? It's at the 31. I'm on acid, I guess. Chiefs have the ball at the 31. My mistake. Noah Gray in motion. Mahomes is going to hand it off to Pacheco for 2 yards. There's a fumble picked up, but they're going to rule him down. The ball kind of popped out late. Joshua Uche with the tackle, by the way. If that name sounds familiar, it's because the Chiefs traded for him last year before the deadline, and he played like 20 snaps for the team. I think they're going to let this go to the end of the first quarter. You're going to have to flip sides of the field here. Why don't they cut Pacheco? Because they're not. I mean, he's on the last year of his rookie deal. We need a real running back. Yeah, I have definitely had my thoughts about a more dynamic running back. I thought maybe the Chiefs would draft somebody a little bit earlier. I don't hate Brashard Smith. He's just got 1 year of experience as a running back under his belt in college, and he's kind of a developmental guy, converted wide receiver. Elijah Mitchell was a guy they brought in free agency that they were maybe hoping would rebound after missing all last year with a serious hamstring injury, and he's the odd man out. He's inactive. He's not even dressing out. He's the Ronald Jones of 2025. A new running back like who? Oh, I don't know who they're going to get now. I think you're rolling with who you got. Pacheco was never a number one caliber back. Well, he was drafted in the 7th round for a reason, but I think he's outproduced his value as a 7th round pick for sure. If you're going to compare him maybe to like CEH, who was drafted in the 1st, and CEH dealt with some injuries and stuff, yes, but he did not live up even close to his draft value. Pacheco has outplayed his draft value. He got injured last year, but first 2 years, I thought for a 7th round running back, you got quite a steal. But yeah, their running back room is 30-year-old Kareem Hunt, 7th round pick in Pacheco on the last year of his deal, and then a 7th rounder in Brashard Smith. You signed Elijah Mitchell in free agency to a cheapish deal. $1.3 million, worth up to 2.5 or something like that. But yeah, I would have loved to see just a little bit more juice in the running back room. And it really shows up when the receivers are injured or suspended for the Chiefs. Somebody said this offense is no good. I saw this comment earlier. This offense is no good. We saw it last year. Don't know why you're surprised that it's any different. Well, you're down Worthy and Rice is suspended. So you're down your top 2 receivers. If Joe Burrow, hopefully he's okay with the toe injury, doesn't have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and I'm not comparing directly here, but Rice is a great receiver. Worthy's a great receiver with their own strengths, their own skill sets, and Rice, consequences for his actions. He's suspended 6 games. And then Worthy, fluke injury, dislocated shoulder. So yeah, it affects the overall offense for sure. And then you don't really have a dynamic run game either. So Mahomes is going to really have to shoulder this one. 2nd and 8. After a 2-yard run, we're back from commercial break into the first quarter. I think Mahomes is changing the play. He's under center, 2 out wide to his right. Play action. Throws, middle of the field, caught by Kelsey at about the 49-yard line. First down. Let's go. Kelsey getting involved here. Kelsey was lined up in line, and Mahomes threw it before Kelsey was even close to turning around. Kelsey basically turns around, and it hits him as soon as he does. That was nice timing there. Mahomes to Kelsey. Squiggles with 36 months. I'll look at some of those in a second here. Mahomes play action, tries to set up something to Pacheco with pressure bearing down on him. Incomplete. It was probably better that Pacheco didn't catch that. Veach's youth movement is hurting us, said Cat Servant with the 35 months. Jay with the 2, not banning tush push was the dumbest decision. Yeah, it did pass. Trey Smith is grabbing, or look, his helmet came off in that play and he looked to be in pain. Yeah, somebody said, can you recap the first quarter? I will on the commercial break. Yes, sir. All right, 2nd and 10 near midfield. Juju in motion. Mahomes in the gun. Steps back to throw. Pumps twice. Has the middle of the field wide open. He's at the 40, 30. Slides down at the 27-yard line. That was crazy. He pumped downfield. Pumped over to Pacheco. And then the middle of the field was wide open. Mahomes just scrambled for 22 yards. Mahomes already on the day. 3 carries for 41 yards. And just like that, you're down inside the 30. Well, okay. We'll take it. They're at the 29. Mahomes hands it off to Brashard Smith. And he's going to get maybe 2? Oh, Brashard Smith getting a handoff. That might be the first of the season. Maybe. Squiggles with the 36 months said no fair weather here. Let's go Chiefs. Heck yeah, man. Gonna root for Chiefs. This is a good team. This is a tall task. But you've got to put points on the board right here. Eagles are too good. Need points. 27-yard line, Mahomes in the gun, Pacheco to his left. They've got trio of receivers, including Kelsey in the slot right side. They're going to hand it off to Pacheco for no gain. Yikes. Oh, boy. Josh Simmons is on the sideline. Oh, boy. Josh Simmons is banged up on the sideline. We don't know the extent of the injury, and Jalen Moore is in. 2-year, $30 million free agent. Was going to be the Chiefs' left tackle before they drafted Simmons. So he's in right now. And Mahomes is getting pressured, and he's sacked for a loss of, who knows, 10 plus. So you have Mike Dana banged up with a hip, might not return. You have Christian Fulton, doubtful to return with an ankle. Josh Simmons is getting looked at by the training staff, and Mahomes had a free runner. Couldn't escape him. Mukuba bearing down on him. And there was 3 Eagles on him by the time all was said and done there. 4th and forever. Another big field goal attempt here for Harrison Butker at the 45, left hash. 56-yard attempt here. The kick is up. And he's going to sneak it in left side. It's good. 3-7. Okay. I'm just going to, I think you guys can hear me. I'm just going to move for a second, process through this. We don't know the extent of what's going on with Josh Simmons, but I do hope he's okay. He was standing up, helmet off, getting talked to by the trainer. Hopefully, I'll check Twitter here in a second, and hopefully we can see what's going on there. But Mike Dana, Christian Fulton, Worthy already banged up, and Josh Simmons is on the sideline. Not loving that. I guess I'm glad that the Chiefs got some points on the board. Would have loved it to be 6-7. But it's a 4-point game, and the defense is going to need to make a stand without Dana, without Fulton. We'll see what happens here, but it's going to take everything that the Chiefs have to win this game, and you've got some guys falling, which is unfortunate, to say the least. All right. Pacing over. Let me see this. Let me see if there's any update on Josh Simmons here. Vic Fangio in February didn't bring anyone today. He's picking and choosing his spots, and he's sending at least one. Do we have any update on Josh Simmons? I don't see any actual update on Simmons yet. Oh, I don't love that. That's why you did sign Jalen Moore, though, to that deal. It's going to take him a minute to probably settle in, but we'll see what happens, and we'll see what the extent of the Josh Simmons injury or whatever is going on with him is. Now, somebody said, can you recap the first quarter? I mean, really, if I go drive by drive, the Chiefs defense forced back-to-back punts for the Eagles, but it went punt, Chiefs went 3 and out, Eagles went 3 and out. The Chiefs then went 8 plays, 25 yards, and Harrison Butker tried a 58-ish yard field goal, missed on really good field position. The Eagles then took over at the 48 and drove down. Saquon Barkley touchdown. And then there's a current, well, the drive was current for the Chiefs, ending in a field goal for Harrison Butker, and that's kind of where we are, 7-3. Well. Look at me at 14 months. Let's go, I drink. What? Baca with the 5. The talent discrepancy between the two teams is an abomination. Eagles are pretty stacked roster, man. Chief DeLorean with the 33 months doesn't look good. All right, we're back from commercial break, and then I have a super chat I'll get to here in a second. All right, kick is up, right side. Caught at the 3. Eagles are going to try to return. Wrapped up at the 24. Nice special teams play there. Corey with the 5. Casey will be fine by playoff time. Getting Worthy and Rice back will make all the difference. As a Bills fan, I know better than to expect otherwise. Corey, thanks so much for the 5-bomb, man, and the kind words. But yeah, that's what happens in theory. You get Rice back and you start to cook. But you need to win some of these games or it's going to be an uphill battle. It's going to be an uphill battle for sure. Thank you so much for the 5, man. I was glad to see Josh Allen not seriously hurt with the nose injury. I don't know the extent of it, but I know he left the field. Was it bleeding somewhere up here? All right, 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Here we go. You've got Hurts in the gun. 3 bunched up left side, but he sends Jahan Dotson in motion. Going to step back to throw. He's got time. It's a check down left side to Dotson. Wrapped up by Bolton. Gain of about 5-ish. Southern Rebel, thanks for the membership. Dub Freak with the 10. Cracks open bottle. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Come on, Chiefs. We can do it. How about those Chiefs? You got to get a stop here. 1 drive at a time. 11 minutes and 14 seconds left in the half. I'm going to try to get an update. Josh Simmons is now standing with helmet while the other linemen sit. So we don't know if that means anything at all, but it doesn't matter right now because Hurts is on the field in the gun, 2nd and 5. Somebody jumped. Chris Jones thinks it's the offense this time. And it is. It's false start on the offense this time. Landon Dickerson with the flag. All right. It's going to move the Eagles back. Replay the down, though, since it never technically started. Crowd's getting loud at the 23-yard line. Hurts in the gun. Grant Calcaterra in motion. He's got 4 options, 2 to each side. Steps back to throw. The line is going to hold, but he's going to check it down to Saquon, right side, and he shoulders, breaks a tackle, and steps out of bounds. But, dude, what a hit Barkley made on Chamari Connor. Ooh, helmet to helmet a little bit. Ouch. Anybody trying to tackle Saquon has an uphill battle, but come on, man. You got to bring him down. He's one of the best in the business for a reason. 3rd and 6, though, because he stepped out of bounds after a gain of a few. Crowd's loud. Hurts in the gun. Big play here for the defense. Can they make a stop? Chiefs are showing pressure. Do they bring it? 2 seconds on the play clock. Hurts is going to step back. He's got time until he doesn't, but he's going to scramble and juke and get the line to gain. There's a flag on the play late. That's a 1st down for the Eagles, depending on this flag. Holding number 51 on the offense. That's a 10-yard penalty negating that scramble. Cam Jurgens, the center. George Karlaftis was trying to make a leap at Hurts as he ran up the middle, and Cam held on to his jersey there. All right, so it's going to back him up. 3rd and 15. 9.5 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. Still don't know the status of some of these injured Chiefs players. No Dana, no Fulton right now. Hurts in the gun. 3 out wide to his left. 2 seconds on the play clock. He's going to hand it off to Barkley, who's only going to get maybe 6. 4th down. It's a much closer game right now, especially if the Chiefs can get some points on the board here. I would love an update as the Eagles bring out their punt unit on somebody with the Chiefs here. Chiefs have downgraded Mike, Dana, and Christian Fulton to out. Oh boy. Time for defensive end Ashton Gelati. Likely. All right. The punt is up. Nico Remigio back to return. Way back. Catches it at his own 8. He's going to try to get something going. He's patient behind blockers, gets upfield to the 30, and gets blown up finally. A decent return, though. There's pushing and shoving late. Helmet is off. No flags. Still don't know the status of Josh Simmons. Yeah, defense is playing well. Now, the offense needs to take advantage of the defense playing well. You've held the Eagles to 7 points so far through what? 4 drives? I think that was their 4th drive. Punt, touchdown, 3 and out. Punt. So the Chiefs need a touchdown here. You've got to help them out, man. Get a long drive going, give them a break, and help them out a little bit. That would be ideal. Oh, Josh Simmons returns to the game, just so you guys know. So I'm not exactly sure why he was on the sideline to begin with Jalen Moore coming in his stead, but we will take that for sure. We will take that for sure. Prediction. Pacheco, no gain, incomplete pass. No! No, Chief DeLorean, I don't like that. Yeah, maybe cramps, who knows? Maybe they'll say on the broadcast. What's up, Chiefs fan? Remigio is fast. He showed really good patience there and was able to quickly accelerate and get more yards than I thought he was initially going to hit. Long 8-minute drive to end the quarter with a tutty, please. We'll take that all day. Let's see what happens, man. Vic Fangio is a really good defensive coordinator. The Eagles have some really good pieces that I have respect for, at least from like Jalen Carter, I have respect for on the field. Questionable decisions made elsewhere or last week against the Cowboys, but he's a good football player. Zach Bond, really good linebacker. Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, he had that pick 6 on Mahomes in the Super Bowl. So there's definitely some playmakers on the Eagles defense combined with Vic Fangio kind of leading up that defense as the play caller, and he's given Mahomes a lot of fits in his career. Chris Jones is on the sideline yelling at people. I mean, the defense is playing well. Tommy, thanks so much for the $5 super sticker. Let's go, man. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate everybody here. All right, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Mahomes in the gun. Hollywood Brown in motion to the right. They are going to play action, quick pass to Hollywood, and he breaks a tackle out of bounds at about the 40. I think that's a first down, depending on the spot, and it looks like it. So 1st and 10 for the Chiefs offense. Chris Jones, Spags, and Joe Cullen kind of getting into it a little bit with each other. I'm not sure what the deal is there. But remember, Mike Dana is not going to return with a hip injury. You've got no Christian Fulton with an ankle injury. He had off-season knee surgery, so it seems unrelated. Who knows, though? Josh Simmons back in. They're going to hand it off to Kareem Hunt, and he's going to get 10, 11 yards. With Kareem Hunt, that's a really good run. I don't know that you're going to expect a lot more 10-plus out of Hunt, but if you could get 10 yards a pop, I mean, you'll take that all day, every day. Good blocking, good vision. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. 7.5 minutes to go in the half here. Uh-oh. We've got an injured Eagle. It's Adoree Jackson, and he's awkwardly got his hand kind of like this, walking off, so not really sure what's going on. That is the Eagles' CB2. That had a rough week last week. He is off the field right now. Mahomes is going to hand it off again to Hunt, though, and gets maybe 3. And I'm being generous. It might be 2. Oglaw with the 10. Been here the last 2 years. Just became a member a month ago and can't wait to watch you all season. Man, I really appreciate the support. Thanks for being here. Love your stuff, man, said Declan with the 10. Been sub since the beginning. Finally am able to Dono. Let's go Chiefs. Man, I appreciate the heck out of you guys. You guys are awesome. Let's see if the Chiefs offense can be awesome here on this drive. 2nd and 7, Mahomes in the gun. Had about 2.5 seconds time to throw each snap on average, and the ball's tipped up. Incomplete. That was dangerous. Tried to throw. The pass got batted up. Just like that, 3rd and 7. Oh, boy. Jalen Carter is slow to get up. Mahomes' arm was hit as he threw, and Jordan Davis, number 90, got his hands on it. That was actually Trey Smith that lost that rep to Carter. I thought they would attack a little bit more Kingsley. All right, 3rd and 7. Mahomes in the gun, 2 options out wide each side. Kelsey moves from the outside to the inside here. Mahomes is going to step back to throw. He's got time. He's going to check it down to Kareem Hunt. Can he make his man miss? And he cannot. So he only gets 3 yards on 3rd and 7. Chiefs are booing. Chiefs fans booing in the stands, reasonably frustrated with the offense, man. It's been a little lackluster, and I think you're hoping you could break that tackle, but that was a great downhill play by Cooper DeJean, man. Cooper DeJean, they're on the field like they're gonna go for it. It's 4th and 4, and they're at the 42. I'm assuming they're gonna try to draw them off sides. I mean, Mahomes is in the gun. Let's see. They are gonna run it. Pressure. Mahomes throws to Kelsey. Low catch. Makes it all the way down to the 25 on 4th and 4. Mahomes gets the ball out to Kelsey, and it's at his ankle. And he scoops it up. No look pass, and Mahomes rifled it down at the ground. What a freaking grab by Travis Kelsey. I actually couldn't believe that he was able to haul that in based on how hard Mahomes threw it. What a play on 4th and 4. They go for it. Kelsey faked like he was going out, went back in, went back out again on like a triple move. Chiefs are at the 24-yard line. Big 4th down conversion for the Kansas City Chiefs there. Mahomes under center, hands it off to Pacheco. He's going to get maybe 4, closer to 3. Nashi with the 5. Man, 71 scared me. Exactly. Matt Derrick about Josh Simmons on Twitter. It looked like he may have taken a hit to the head or poked through his face mask. How about those Chiefs? Well, thanks for the update on that. Maybe he was getting checked out. I don't know. But obviously, if you leave, you can't return with an injury right away, at least that play. But he's back out there. 20-yard line for the Chiefs. No Kelsey on the field, but Mahomes in the gun. Quick pass to Noah Gray, left side for 2 yards. 3rd and 4. Again, this is one of these, like, you're grinding out every single yard here. You're down Rice, who is suspended. Not a surprise, but you're down Worthy. That's a surprise, based on the fluke injury last week. You need points here bad. 3rd and 5, though. You got to move the chains. They got to get to the 14. They're at the 19. Mahomes in the gun, 3 out wide to his right. Eagles are going to bring 5. Mahomes doesn't like it. He's dancing around the pocket. He's sacked. There is a flag. Let's see what the call is. Probably holding on the Chiefs O-line is my guess. 2 flags. If it's one on offense, one on defense, could be offsetting penalties. Replay the down. See what the call is. 1 by each team. Oh, boy. Hollywood Brown just limped off the field. Hollywood Brown was dealing with a foot ankle injury all training camp and preseason, and he just limped heavily off the field. I was distracted by Hollywood Brown limping, so I didn't catch both of the penalties, but I think it's offsetting penalties. Replay the down. But you're down Hollywood Brown, Worthy, and Rice right now. Mahomes in the gun. They're replaying the down. 3rd and 5. He's going to look to run it himself, and he breaks a tackle down at the 13. Lowered his shoulder, broke a tackle, moved the chains, 1st down. But you're down every single starting receiver right now. Lowers his shoulder, bounces off, and keeps going. Jeez, okay. They're near the 10. You're at about the 13-yard line. All right, 3 seconds on the play clock. Mahomes in the gun, empty. 3 to his left, 2 to his right. He looks left. Doesn't like it. Scrambles out of the pocket right. He's going to try to get into the end zone, and he dives. Touchdown! up the right side. Mahomes, Pat Vick back again. He got just enough up the sideline, was able to dive in for the score. Big statement drive. Wow. 10 plays, 69 yards, 5.5 minutes for a touchdown. Lots of focus on Kelsey on the left side. And Mahomes is able to get just enough with Juju Smith-Schuster seeing it and blocking and giving him the edge. The extra point is good. Chiefs up by 3. That was great blocking by Juju. No, wait. Was Hollywood Brown? Wait. Who was blocking on that play? Was that Hollywood? Did he come back in? Oh, he came back in. Hey, FLDB, what did you see there? Hollywood came back in?
Yeah, he came back in. He was back on that last play.
Wow, okay.
The broadcast had said it. They had mentioned Hollywood was back in. So maybe he just twisted his ankle? I don't know.
Well, he came back in. Mahomes has 60 rushing yards so far in the first half, 51 yards passing. It's not sustainable forever here.
No.
Why didn't we have a parlay with Mahomes' rushing yards?
I don't know. It looks like he's sick of the offense. He's like, I'm just going to do it myself.
Okay, well, Hollywood came back. Had a great block, too. Well, that's good. I mean, the Chiefs just went 10 plays, 69 yards. And Mahomes has 5 carries for 60 yards. He's averaging 12 an attempt with a touchdown. Kareem Hunt, 4 for 23, a 5.8 average. Pacheco has 5 for 12, 2.4. Kelsey's leading the receiving room, 2 for 34. Hollywood, 2 for 13. Kareem, 1 for 3. And Noah Gray, 1 for 1. They have 51 yards passing, and 34 of that is from Kelsey. 35-year-old Travis Kelsey with the wide receiver room kind of banged up here, but geez. Yep. I don't love seeing how much Mahomes is having to do what he's doing, but at the end of the day, you're willing your team, trying to move the chains, trying to get the job done, and you got points on the board. Chiefs up by 3, and they deferred. They get the ball at half to start the third quarter. How you feeling? Before
I'm feeling
click off the
a lot
group.
Better than the beginning of the game. But, hey, it's not the Super Bowl. We're not down 34-0. So
yeah, that's something. That is definitely something. Honestly, I don't care who runs the ball, Pop, Hunt, or Mahomes. It doesn't matter because run games open up opportunities for a deep pass eventually. Yeah, you've got to assign a spy or you've got to do something to account for everything that Mahomes is doing. There's a bunch of super chats that I'll get to here in a moment, but we are back from commercial break. Ryan with the 2. Mahomes be like, F it, I'll do it myself today. Nashi with the 2. Patrick freaking Mahomes. That's what I'm talking about. Sharice with the 5. Thank you. All right, the kick is up. It's going to be returned at the 5, wrapped up at the 24. An incredible play there by, I think it was Jeffrey Bossa, the 5th-round linebacker for the Kansas City Chiefs. Ankle-wrapped, hog-tied. What a play. Logan with the 2. Yep, Patrick's fine. I'll do it myself. Nashi with the 2. 2025 KC. Everybody and nobody is hurt. So confusing. Exactly. All right, 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Crowd getting loud. They're at the 23. 10-7, trailing by 3. Hurts in the pistol. 3 seconds on the play clock. A.J. Brown in motion. They're going to hand it off to Saquon, and he's going to get about 7. There's a flag on the play, though. See what the call is. Might be on the Chiefs. Holding on Chris Jones. 5-yard penalty from the end of the run, 1st down. There's a couple penalties there on Chris Jones in this one. He did have an Eagles lineman by the underneath of the shoulder pads and was pulling him across. I think that's a hold. Flip, thanks again for the 5. Colby with the 2. Mahomes is our QRB, a.k.a. our entire offense. Kelsey had a play. There's been a couple other small ones, but so far, yeah, it's been Mahomes using his legs on key opportunities there. Jalen Hurts is a dual threat himself, well known. 3 seconds on the play clock in the gun. The Chiefs are going to bring pressure, and it's going to flush Hurts out of the pocket right side, and he's got room to run, and he's going to get the first down. On 1st and 10, gets 10. And just like I said, you bring pressure, you don't have as many guys out there watching, and pressure did get there a little bit, but Hurts easily saw that, rolled out right, 2-minute warning, first down, Eagles. Macerda with the 2, thank you so much. Marcus with the 5, I don't have internet, so only one screen at a time, going between you and the game. Patrick Mahomes. Yes, sir. Thanks for streaming. Yes, sir. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for the 5 bomb. Marcus, let's go. And then Marcus also with the 5 gifted. Declan with the 5. Mahomes is the Thanos of football. Fine, I'll do it myself. Hey, he is doing it himself right now. It's a little stressful, but he's getting it done. Marcus, thanks again for the 5 gifted. Declan with the 5. Southern with the gifted as well. Flip with the 5. I've never seen a defensive lineman caught holding. CJ is asking to be double-teamed for his excuse, isn't he? I don't know, maybe. Maybe. Jeremy said Spags is known for blitzing. It's getting too easy. Yeah, and you're down Mike Dana, too, so you're trying to be a little creative here. But yes, Hurts is, he can move. Yeah, he can move. Kent Swanson of KCSN said, this is the most willing his team version of Mahomes we've seen in quite some time, and that's saying something. Yeah, he's lowering his shoulder. He's scrambling for extra yards, running when the coverage is holding up. Hopefully Hollywood Brown's all right because he limped off the field. I'm still, like, I want to be positive, and I am, but I am concerned a little bit by this offense and the lack of somebody else stepping up and rising to the occasion here. Obviously, Kelsey did on the 4th and 4. I love seeing that, but we need somebody else to rise to the occasion a little bit here. Now, Kareem Hunt had a 10-yard run, which was nice. But, dude, Mahomes is doing a lot right now. We'll put it that way. Darrell with the 2. Pat has 2. Both throw and catch the ball. He has to both throw and catch the ball. I hope it doesn't stay like that. And Logan with the 5. Patrick's apparently in his Josh Allen era. He's definitely doing whatever it takes right now. Tony with the membership. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Mahomes is doing it all. Yes, he is right now. 2-minute warning. See if the defense can get a stop here. 2 defenders out again for the Chiefs. Mike Dana with the hip, Christian Fulton with the ankle. That happened very early in this game. Christian Fulton that's tough. I don't know what's going on with his ankle, but he missed all of training camp, all of preseason almost with a knee injury. He had a cleanup procedure and just recently came back. You're trying to ramp up his workload, and now he's out with an ankle. Very unfortunate here. Hurts in the gun at the 45. 2-minute warning. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Chiefs are showing pressure, but they back out of it, rush 4. Hurts is going to try to step into a deep throw, deep down the left side, flag on the play. It's going to potentially be pass interference on Jalen Watson for like 40 yards. There's a flag. We'll see what they call it. They picked up the flag. They said there is no flag on the play, and it is very good pickup. Both guys were pretty handsy on that route there. And then Devontae Smith gave up on the route. So I think that was a good pickup. Yeah, they picked up the flag after convening. All right. Hurts had a lot of time on that play, guys. 2nd and 10 after the incompletion at the 45 in the gun, 3 to his left. He's going to maybe not change the play, but he's motioning A.J. Brown out of the slot on the left to the right side. Quick pass, A.J. Brown caught, tackle made by Nick Bolton. Just across midfield, it's about 3rd and 4. This is 2-down territory if you're the Philadelphia Eagles. 2-3 yard run, and then tush push. It's 3rd and 3. So this is very dangerous territory for basically any opposing defense here against the Philadelphia Eagles because of what they have in the tush push. Hurts in the gun right now, though. 2 out wide each side. Do they hand it off? No, but the Chiefs are bringing pressure, and it's caught somehow by A.J. Brown, I think one-handed. Hurts had to unload because of the pressure. He slipped and falling down to the ground, reels it in with one hand. God bless. That was a great reactionary play by A.J. Brown to move the chains as the Chiefs brought pressure. They're bringing more. Hurts lofts one up, incomplete. I think he was hit as he threw. They brought Drew Tranquil and somebody else on a blitz here. I can't believe A.J. Brown made that catch. Tip of the cap to that one. Because if not, it got tipped a little bit by Drew Tranquil too. And if not, that's 4th and 3. They probably would have went for it anyway, but 2nd and 10 right now, though. Rice throwing beers at the TV. Terrell. The goon with the 2. Love the streams because I'm a broke college student. Well, dude, I appreciate you being here and glad you enjoy it. All right, at the 44, into Chiefs territory. Hurts in the gun on 2nd and 10. Jahan Dotson in motion. 0's on the play clock, and that's either a timeout or delay a game if they didn't call one. Timeout. They didn't seem happy to have to call it, but they did call a timeout before delay a game. Spags needs to apply pressure. He's been bringing pressure. That's for sure. Wow. How are we feeling right now? Close game. Ron with the 29 months. Thank you. Kansas City, baby. With the 2-bomb. What's your score prediction? Let's freaking go Chiefs. Well, thank you for the 2. I said, what did I say? 31-27. Chiefs win by 4 was my prediction. Cap with the 5. Chiefs got this game. They can do it. They will do it. That's the hope, man. This is a really good team. It's less to me about revenge for the Super Bowl because a regular season game doesn't really come close to avenging that to me. But it's less about starting 0-2 after losing to a division opponent week 1 in Brazil and trying to do it without Worthy, without Rice, against a very good NFC team in the Eagles. I have the number 1 right now in my power rankings. All right, I think I'm all caught up. Thank you guys. Appreciate the support. We have 5,800 in the stream right now. Hope you guys are doing well. We got 50 seconds left in the half. Chiefs get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. Eagles had to call a timeout, so they didn't chance a delay of game. I'm checking real quick while we're on a commercial break on my picks here. Jahan Dotson needs 7.5 receiving yards. Kareem Hunt needs 5 receiving yards. And Saquon Barkley needs 1 more catch for all 3 of these to hit. This is kind of a weird 3-legged parlay here with underdog, but I liked this one when looking at what I had. It was hard to know what to pick for Mahomes. I guess I should have picked his rushing yards. I was wrong for that one. But we'll see. I'm sure Saquon catches 1 more in this one somehow. And then can Kareem Hunt haul in and break a tackle? And then you're going to get that. Jahan Dotson, we'll see. If Jahan Dotson doesn't get that, okay, whatever. We'll take it because maybe that helps the Chiefs win this game. But there we go. Again, shout out to Underdog, the season-long partner of the channel where new signups can play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds and a gimme pick in the lobby. We are back from the commercial break, and here we go. Roasting a hog, watching the game. Let's go, Tony. Hopefully that's good. Hopefully that's tasting good. All right, at the 44-yard line, Hurts in the gun after calling a timeout. The Chiefs are bunched up at the line of scrimmage. Do they bring pressure again or back out of it? Jahan Dotson in motion from the right to the left. Hurts is going to step back. They only rush 4, and it looks like they've got a spy. Hurts has 1,000,000 seconds. He's going to throw finally, caught by A.J. Brown for a gain of maybe 1, and he's moving backwards when he goes out of bounds. Holy smokes. 3rd and 9. And the play might get blown dead here. Okay, the Chiefs called a timeout. All right. Bro, Hurts had so much time, so credit to the coverage for holding up because he found A.J. Brown for what, a yard? Maybe 2 yards? It's 3rd and 9, so it's a yard. Man, the defense is playing very well here. Kelsey on the sideline throws his helmet, says, "I'm sick of this." That's at least what he was caught saying on the broadcast from the lip readers. I think he just wants to see more out of the offense. But Mahomes did run it in for a touchdown. 3rd and 9, here we go. Chiefs called a timeout to try to get some, maybe try to get the ball back and make something happen. We'll see. You got to convert or stop this conversion, though. Hurts in the gun empty because he motioned Saquon, I believe, to the left side. 3 seconds. Hurts throws, caught by A.J. Brown, and they're a yard shy. 1st down. Tush push coming. Here we go. They're shy, but you can run the tush push. God, I hate that it was so... Okay. What are they doing? They're just going to kick a field goal? Okay. Never mind. I thought they were going to run up to the line and try to get a 1st down and then try to make something happen here, but okay. Kind of conservative there by the Eagles at the end. Hurts wanted to go. A.J. Brown wanted to go. Okay. All right, so it looks like the Eagles are going to try here on 4th and 1 to tie this game up. They let the clock get almost all the way to 0. Call a timeout. 2 seconds left. 4th and 1. Jake Elliott's a really good kicker. I wish Harrison Butker would have made that field goal earlier. It'd be 13-7. But it is what it is. Morgan with the 5. Come on, guys. Please. Squiggles with the 5. Put Mahomes on a defense at this point. Nah. Protect that man and rest him, but I understand your point. That he's playing really well and trying to do all he can here. It's a 52-yard attempt. Jake Elliott is at the right hash. Very good kicker. And it's going to be a timeout, or there's a flag. Oh, boy. False start on the Eagles. It moves them 5 yards. If this flag stands, it's going to move the Eagles 5 yards back. Offense on the center, he moved the ball forward, so it's moving them 5 yards back. Wow. So it's closer to a 57, 58-yarder now. Still well within Jake Elliott's range, but what a weird series of events here for the Eagles. Right before the half. You had time and a timeout. You had 2 timeouts on that 4th and 1, but I guess you wanted the sure thing and a field goal attempt? I don't know. Let's see. Right hash, 58-yard attempt now. This is similar to what Harrison Butker just did. Tried earlier in the game and missed wide right. The kick is up. It's going to be good. Yep. Tied, 10-10. Woo. It started to hook left, and I thought maybe it would be wide, but no. It was a good kick there by Elliott. Dude, he had plenty of leg left. He had plenty of distance left. So 10-10 at half, and the Chiefs start out with the football. Yeah, offense needs to come alive. Defense playing their behind off. Obviously outside of Mahomes. That's the caveat. Offense. All right, 10-10. And there's a reason why most of the analysts, they a lot of them picked the Eagles to win, but they had it a one-score game. When you have two teams that are this good and this well coached, it's not often that you're going to see massive blowouts, but every point's going to matter. And I think the defense is playing really well. You've done a really good job hindering the Eagles offense, who do have a new offensive coordinator. I think he's an internal hire, as Kellen Moore moved on last year and went to the Saints. He's their head coach. But we can look at this real quick and just kind of process through. I mean, I'm encouraged, but I need to see a little bit more. Mahomes is just 6 for 11 for 50 yards in the air, 51 yards, been sacked. But on the ground, 5 carries for 60 yards. Kareem has 4 for 23. Pacheco, 5 for 12. I need more out of Pacheco, man, than 2.5 yards a carry. Kelsey and Hollywood Brown are the only ones that have more than 2 catches. And outside of that, it's not much. Now, the defense is playing really well. B. Cook has a pass breakup. Ashton Gelati, Leo Chanel have a tackle for loss. I mean, the defense is playing well. Nico had a nice punt return. Harrison Butker is what I wish we could have back here. I wish it was 13-10 at the half, because every point matters against a team as good as the Philadelphia Eagles. On the other side, if we look at the Eagles offense and defense, Jalen Hurts 12 of 17 for 62 yards. Not much more than Mahomes through the air. Saquon 6 for 30, but he had that 13-yard touchdown run, went in untouched. And really, man, it was Harrison Butker's missed field goal that gave the Eagles short field. It gave them the ball at the 48-yard line. So is that a 10-point swing? Is that what you would call it? Instead of the Chiefs being up or getting 3, the Eagles got 7. I think that's a 10-point swing is how you could define that. A.J. Brown, 5 for 27. Devontae Smith, 3 for 25. And then Saquon's got a couple. Jahan has 1 for 4. That's really it. Now, Hurts did fumble early, but Grant Calcaterra, their tight end, who's going to get more work in with Dallas Goedert out, was able to jump on it. Cooper DeJean leads the team in tackles. You've got a couple of half sacks here. It's Darius Smith, who they just signed, and Andrew Mukuba. I don't know if I'm saying that name right. I apologize. But here's what I want to look at. I want to look at the team stats. Both teams are similar here. 2 for 7 on third downs for the Eagles. And one of them was a tush push, I believe. Or maybe that was on a second down. Can't remember. But the Chiefs are 2 for 6. 1 for 1 on fourth down. That was on 4th and 4. Pretty crazy. 4 drives for the Chiefs to 5 to the Eagles. The Chiefs are somehow getting more yards per play than the Eagles by a full yard. It's mainly Mahomes' scrambles, because he's averaging 12 yards a rush, both 1 for 1 in the red zone. About down the middle for penalties, and the Eagles do lead the time of possession by a little bit here because they've had the extra drive. It's a pretty close game. FLDB, I'd love to bring you in, give some thoughts on this game and then you could glance at chat real quick before. I'm just going to run to the bathroom and fill up my water and get ready for the second half, and then I'll check super chats and all that here in a second, but I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. FLDB, you can just give me the thumbs up when you're ready if you need a second. I got all kinds of stuff being shown here. Oh, he needs a second. I'll look at chat for a second before I run to the bathroom. Yoda with the 32 months, let's freaking go, at the game and was able to get box seats. Dude, nice. Box seats would be absolutely incredible. Love that. Flip at the 5. We got ourselves a ball game. It's a bit ugly, but our offense is hanging on and our defense is playing lights out, but kind of beating themselves at the same time. Yeah, it's tough. Been a tough, hard-fought game. Hannah with the 2. Travis mouthing, I'm sick of this, on the sideline. I did see that for sure. Southern with the 10. Can't wait to see Rice and Worthy back. It's going to be epic to get those fireworks ready. Chiefs Kingdom. Hope to see that downfield deep throws again. Chiefs number 1. Thank you so much for the 10 bomb, man. It is slow going right now for the Chiefs. Down multiple receivers. And Hollywood Brown, he limped off the field. He came back in, but how's he doing? Is he all right? Casey with the 20 bomb. I say this, let's just play Noel Williams and take good with the bad. We need another healthy corner so we can use McDuffie to the fullest an entire game. Mahomes sure doesn't look washed to me. LOL, let's freaking go. You're saying play Noel on the outside at times so McDuffie can kick in if needed with Jalen Watson maybe on the other side? Noel's getting some snaps for sure. He was on A.J. Brown at one point, I believe. Michelle, thanks so much for the membership. 4,000 in chat right now. You good, FLDB? All right. FLDB is going to weigh in. Just a couple thoughts. Everybody say good job running the scoreboard. He runs it every single game, and I'll be right back.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I think our defensive line is a definite concern. We're not getting any pressure without blitzes, and that's a major problem. So we definitely need to improve that. But I don't know what we can do. Veach has to do something to fix it, I think. Take Mahomes when it's in third MVP. It's going to be rough, but they can somehow pull it together. Find some sort of they have to find something that works for them. If they don't, then we're just going to see this struggle throughout the whole season until at least Rice and Worthy get back into the mix. On Christian Wilkinson, not sure if that's the answer, but it could be. Hollywood hurt again. He was limping a little bit. He may have twisted his ankle. We really don't know. Smiley, thank you. The scoreboard is great. We worked really hard to get this up and running and make it look as good as it can. Yeah, I think we'll see a better 2 quarters. They seem fired up. I know Kelsey was upset, and I think it was because he was pulled from the game. After his long run, they pulled him from the game, and I think he wanted to stay in. And the coaching staff is definitely limiting his snaps, which is frustrating for somebody who just wants to play and is, he's super competitive. So Jaden Hicks, a linebacker. I mean, he's been doing pretty good as a safety, so I'm not sure about that. Hollywood's a bust. I mean, I don't think he's a bust. I think it's just he needs to try and stay healthy, which seems like it's been something he hasn't been able to do in his career. Is Josh Simmons? Yes, Josh Simmons is back into the game. Not sure exactly what happened. It was on a rush that he came out of the game. I went back and watched, and it wasn't apparent. So
I'm back. I was just trying to fix my camera here, but I think we're good. FLDB, appreciate you, man.
For sure.
About to get ready for the second half game, but I know FLDB said that you're concerned more about the defense maybe, but I'm just a little more concerned, I think, about the offense and the defense. I think they're doing a pretty good job. Yeah, you are having to send blitz help for sure, but I feel like the defense has done a pretty damn good job, all things considered here. Again, yeah, there's still some holes in coverage or holes in pressure, not able to get there without help. I definitely get it, and Mike Dana being out doesn't help with that. Yeah, I would say that's a concern, but I think they're doing a pretty good job, all things considered. That's just kind of my piggyback on that. Chris Jones is underperforming, said Fabio. Nashi with the 5. Hey, Cole, hypothetically, Hunt gives you a go on one decision for the team right now. Could be sign or cut a player or something else. What would you do? One decision for the team right now. Trade for Tyreek Hill. I'm just playing. I don't think they're going to trade for Tyreek Hill, and honestly, you should probably try to get some pass rush help, especially if Mike Dana is banged up and it's a multiple or couple game injury. Yeah, you're going to get more snaps out of Ashton Gelati, but some pass rush juice would possibly be a good idea. That's probably what I would do. Now, who? I don't know. There's not a lot of free agents left. I think a couple of them signed this week to a team. So, yeah, there's not much. There's not much going on there, but that would help in theory. Bam with the 30 months. We should have traded for Micah. I could have been on board with that. It would have been a tough pill to swallow, but Micah Parsons and Chris Jones, imagine that. That'd be pretty crazy. See if we have anything going on update-wise on the interweb, a.k.a. X, a.k.a. Twitter, a.k.a. whatever you call it. Chiefs wide receiver snaps in the first half. Hollywood Brown had 23, Thornton 22, Juju 21, Jason Brownlee 2. They think Hollywood's going to be fine for the second half, but my question with Hollywood is if you tweak your ankle, he was limping off the field, so I don't know. Maybe he got shinned. Maybe it's something that is irrelevant to performance. Like maybe he took a knee or an elbow or something, a helmet to the shin, and maybe he's fine. It's a bruise. But if you ever took a shin, like got hit in the shin, it kind of hurts really bad. So who knows what it is, but hopefully it's not actually his foot. That would be probably more ideal. Who gets the ball after half? The Chiefs are going to start with the ball, and it should start any minute here. Hannah with the 2. Mahomes has 9 more rushing yards compared to his passing yards. Yeah, I don't know if that's ideal, but he is trying to do all that he can to win. My youngest daughter heard FLDB say they all want the ball, so she suggested they go to the store and buy more footballs so they can have their own. Livy, you're the best. That's awesome. That's my youngest daughter. She's 5. They're probably listening to the broadcast, or to us, rather, and heard that. That's awesome. Hi, Livy. Hi, Maddie. That's awesome. Where is Tunyon? That's a great question. Southern with the 5. Cole, when we win this one, are you going to slam the ball again? Your face got so freaking red. That was an awesome game. Yeah, that was off the blocked field goal that the Chiefs won. I don't know. We'll see how the end of this game goes before I figure out what I'm going to do. Man. You're back from watching weather? Yeah, locally they were showing like a weather report. I didn't even listen. There's also a Price Chopper commercial right now too. We're getting all the local ones. Jeremy with the 34 months. Cornerbacks can't hold on forever. Yeah, pass rush needs to get there. Let's go Chiefs. Yeah, there's definitely I understand FLDB's concerns there because there's been several plays where Jalen Hurts has had 5, 7, 8 seconds to throw, and thankfully he hasn't been able to do a whole bunch with that. But yeah, he's had some opportunities to kind of stand in there and go through his reads. More than Mahomes has had. That's for sure. Nefarious with the 22-month red beard tier renewal. Well, after the half, I'll take this tie going in, but I sure wish we could see this offense unlocked. One day we'll see the magic of Mahomes' arm again and not just his legs. I understand how they're here. I don't love it. But down 2 of your top receivers in the run game, they just don't have a dynamic guy in the backfield. Just don't have a dynamic running back room. So when the pass catchers are going to struggle, they don't really have somebody to help pick up the pace in the room. Well, we are back for the second half here, and it did not show the kickoff. So the Chiefs have the ball at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. Mahomes in the gun empty. 2 to his left, 3 to his right, throws right, falling down, makes the grab. Hollywood Brown was falling to the ground and was able to reel that in. They were showing upon return from commercial, Nick Sirianni was yelling at the officials on the way in. I think for the false start that happened on the field goal late in that game, or late in the half there on that last series. Not really sure what the deal was there. But we are back after a 5-yard gain to Hollywood. The Eagles are going to bring extra, and Mahomes is going to throw to Kelsey for about 3. 3rd and 2.5, 3 yards, depending on the spot here. Can we kick Taylor out and put Moore in now? Did Taylor do something? I saw Jalen Moore go in at left tackle, but he has not seen the right tackle snap yet. Josh Simmons is back in there. 3rd and 1, so it was more of a gain than I thought. It's a long one. Mahomes in the gun, Kareem Hunt to his right. Mahomes looks to throw right, doesn't like it. He's got some time. Hollywood Brown on a crossing route and goes nowhere. Needed 1, got none. Maybe a half. He had depth and had to jump in front of a linebacker in coverage, and he lost his depth there. Makuba with a really good tackle, and I'm assuming the Chiefs are going to have to punt, going 3 and out. Wait, 4th and 1, they're going to go for it? They're at their own 37. Oh, God bless America. All right. Mahomes under center. 3 people behind him. Noah Gray directly behind him. They're going to hand it off to Hunt, and he's not going to get it. Turnover on downs, Eagles ball. Well, that's certainly something. So after all that, you're going to give the Eagles the ball with excellent field position. Kareem Hunt couldn't get anywhere. You had 3 guys lined up in the backfield. I don't know. It's a love or hate thing with being aggressive, because if they would have converted, we would have loved it. But since they didn't, we hate it. I was very surprised because you're at your own 37-yard line. I mean, my 3-word thoughts. That sucked. That's my 3 words there. They're going to replay assist to just double check the spot, but it was short. He's not going to get the first down. I am not really sure. Like, I get you want to be aggressive, but you went for it on your own 36-yard line, so you're backing your defense up against the wall here for, I want to say, no reason. What's tough is that the Eagles 4th and 1, they go for that there. It's a tush push, and it's an automatic first down. Well, they won't run a sneak with Mahomes because of his dislocated knee that happened years back. But yeah, it's one of those things where we would have been like, okay, wow, that was kind of ballsy, but they converted. Like, I respect it, but they didn't convert. And now we're kind of like, okay, so the Eagles offense has the ball now at their own 37. I mean, that was stupid. I don't know what they were thinking there. Chaos with the 2. Can we kick Taylor out? Okay, I read that. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it was a pretty stupid decision. Trust your defense? Yeah, I mean, you don't have a choice now. You put them in a really tough spot here. The Eagles are a good team. You give them opportunities like this, I mean, they can make you pay. So, yeah, you put your defense in a spot where it's like, okay, please hold for us. You're in field goal range already, but please hold for us. Chief offense is Bun, said Tobias with the 5, KT with the 14 months. Why not run a sneak with the backup? I don't get it. I don't know, they won't do it. They've tried sneaks with Noah Gray before, and that doesn't really work. I really think it's not in their playbook. They don't practice it. That's my thoughts. Where's Brashard Smith out of the backfield? Or was he in the backfield? I don't know. I mean, you give it to Kareem. He's your short yardage guy, but that was blown all the way up. Yeah. That was not good. No bueno. They're on another commercial break. I feel like there's so many commercials in this game. They could have don't something unexpected. Run up the middle is expected. True. But then they try to run something cute to the outside, and sometimes they don't get it, and then we kind of say, well, I wish they would have just played some smash mouth football, but the Eagles are going to take over at the 35-yard line. Well, that was certainly some decision there by the Chiefs offense. A.J. Brown in motion, Hurts in the pistol. They're going to hand it off to Saquon, and he's going to get a yard, hard-fought yard. Both touchdowns will come by us giving them the short field. Pathetic, said Jay with the 5. This is a good game. I'm glad we're doing well as we are. The Eagles are a good team. We still got this. Thank you, Southern, with the 5. Back-to-back 5 bombs. KT Lee, thanks for the 14 months. 12 and a half minutes to go in the third quarter. Chiefs 4 and out, turnover on downs. Giving the Eagles a short field, 1-yard run by Saquon here. 2nd and 9 at the 34. Hurts in the gun. Quick pass to Saquon. Left side, and he's going to get maybe a yard. So 3rd and 8. Chiefs defense is holding well. Saquon got his receptions, by the way. If you tailed my picks, I said go with the higher on 2.5 receptions for Saquon. He's got 3. 3rd and 8. This is a big 3rd down. Man, let's see what the defense does here. Crowd's getting very loud. Hurts in the gun. 3 to his right, 1 to his left. Saquon to his left in the backfield. He's got 2 seconds on the play clock. The Chiefs are bringing the house. Hurts throws off of his back leg. Jahan Dotson tries to make the grab. Incomplete. Sorry, Devontae Smith, not Jahan Dotson, and he is down on the ground, writhing in pain. Maybe just knocked the wind out of himself would be my guess. He tried to go up and get it. Man, Spags sent everybody. Bolton. 2 people hit Hurts as he threw. Chamari Connor. It was a one-on-one opportunity on Noel Williams, the rookie. Hurts had to just kind of let it fly. And it's going to be 4th and 8. So great stand by the defense. I think Smith is fine. He knocked the wind out of himself. I think. So it's 4th and 8. Are you in field goal range? Yes. Great defensive stand, but they started in field goal range. Defense is playing really well. Can't ask much more out of them right now. Much love from Beck and Ad in Nashville. We can't watch the game, but you've got us covered. Hey, let's go. Yo, Addison? Yo, what's up? That's a throwback. Hope you guys are doing well. I think of you guys sometimes because of the migraine stuff. I hope everything's going well, man. Thanks for saying what's up. That's awesome. Noel is having a good day. Heck yeah, Meg. He was really good in coverage there on Devontae Smith for sure. Play calling is a huge issue. I can't believe they went for it there. It's different, in my opinion, if you're the Eagles and you've got the tush push and it's automatic, or 99% of the time, and somehow, some way, a team stops you on a tush push. It's like, okay. I was definitely surprised, but it is what it is. Can't go back now. Well, let's see what happens here. Leo Chanel block. Dude, imagine they block it and house it. You need something weird like that. Yeah, Noel Williams was really tight in coverage on Devontae Smith there. Vinny said offense is frustrating. I definitely agree with you guys. I just think I'm just not really surprised. You're down Worthy, Rice. I'm not trying to make excuses, but coming into this game, I kind of thought Mahomes was going to have to be Superman and put on a cape if they want to win this game. And that's what he did on their scoring drive. Put on a cape and willed his team to a score. But yeah, you need something else out of somebody. 4th and 8. Devontae Smith is fine, by the way. Borderline chip shot field goal here for Jake Elliott. 51-yarder for Elliott, and he could have made it from like 65. He's at the left hash this time. Let's see what happens here. Snap. Hold is good. The kick is right down the middle. So the Eagles go up 3. I don't even know what to put blame. Who do you put blame on for those 3 points? I guess the play calling, the coaches. Is that the one circumstance where you can just say that is for sure on coaching? Maybe when I rewatch that 4th down play, I'll see somebody get absolutely obliterated in their blocking assignment, and it was partially on them as well. 6K watching, 1,000 likes, hit the like button. Yeah, sure, slap the like button, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I would put that on calling. Free 3, exactly. Coaching. Jacob said, OMG commercials. There's so many, guys. A lot of commercials. I would say 3 points are on Butker, 3 points on coaching. Oh, gosh. That's 6 points. It's only a 3-point game, but every point matters against a team as good as the Eagles. What's up, Amanda? Oh, hey, look, another commercial, said Marcus. Thank you for the 2 bomb, brother. Flip with the 5. Rookie Noel Williams with defensive stop. Huge stop by the rookie, no fly zone. He did great. Yeah. No flag either. Remigio up to the Chiefs 50. Come on. That's what I hope. You wish we had Rice? Me too. The offense is anemic. Are we getting a football game with our commercials? I don't know. I feel like there's been more than normal here. Is it because it's like the prime Fox slot? Is that a thing? Increased commercials because of the slot? It's the 3:30 midday prime slot game? I don't know. Hannah with the 5. I'm more worried about a running back room versus wide receivers right now. You need to run the ball. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. You're down a couple of your top receivers. The pass game is kind of expected to be hindered in some capacity, but the run game typically should help balance that out. But the Chiefs' run game is not great. What's up, Johnny? We haven't seen Rice in years. It feels like years. It's been 83 years or whatever the Titanic quote is. Because Rice was hurt since week 3 last year, missed the entire season, and then got suspended before week 1 here. Somebody said Mitchell with a question mark. Maybe I misspoke. I'm not sure. Oh, Elijah Mitchell? He's inactive. He's not even dressed out. So, yeah, he's inactive. All right, the kick is up. Right side to the 10. And the Chiefs are going to try to get something going, and they don't. They're tackled down at the 29. Chiefs ball at the 29. Here we go. Need something. Yeah, they're talking about it. The Eagles have blitzed more than they did in the Super Bowl because they blitzed 0 times in the Super Bowl. So a little bit of wrinkles there from Vic Fangio, a very good defensive coordinator. Where's Royals? He's out as well. Royals is out. Rice, Worthy. Mahomes in the gun at their own 29. They hand it off to Pacheco, and he's going to get 4. Aglaw with the 5. Defense looks good. Offense is justifiable since we're missing key starters. Need some hype in chat to give them a boost. LO, come on. I get it about the offense, but at the same time, it's like, hey, man, injuries happen in this league. You've got to rise to the occasion, and you've got to step up and make some plays. So let's see if they can do that on this drive. Mahomes in the gun. I think Kelsey's to his right. Kareem to his left, or Pacheco, rather. The pass gets batted down at the line, 3rd and 6. This is interesting. I feel like this might be the 5th batted down pass in 2 games. I'm not really sure what you can chalk that up to, if it's just bad luck or what, but I think the Chiefs had 3 batted down passes by the Chargers defense last week, and this is like the 2nd or 3rd batted down or up pass in this game. Interesting. All right, 3rd and 6. You got Mahomes in the gun, 3 bunched up on the right side here. Steps back to throw. He's got time. He uncorks it downfield, diving, incomplete. Targeted in the direction of Tyquan Thornton, 3 and out. 1-on-1. And I don't know, he had a little bit of separation. It looked like Mahomes was a little bit wide. Thornton did try to make a leaping grab at it and couldn't haul it in. 3 and out. So they went 4 and out last drive. Turnover on downs, 3 and out this drive. They are not doing their defense any favors, I'll tell you that. Matt Araiza with the punt. The lefty booms it. Fair catch called for at the 19, 18-yard line. Flag on the play, though. See what the call is. A hold on who? Boy. Hold on the Chiefs, maybe on the receiving, the punting team, kicking team, whatever. Mahomes' deep ball ain't good right now. Was it the first one he threw all game? Maybe. Holding receiving team. Half the distance to the goal. I like that better. I like that one better. You got to catch that. Yeah, he did try to go up and get it. Impossible to know. It looked like it could have been a slightly better ball from Mahomes. Maybe it could have been a slightly better route ran by Thornton. I don't know. But either way, they tried. He dove, or jumped up for the ball, rather, and couldn't haul it in. So, tough. Andy's poo-poo at calling plays. Yeah, this offense is rough. It's for sure. You love all the commercials? There's a lot of them, that's for sure. Let me see if we can find some tweets. 5-yard run, incomplete punt, ungood. The pressure with 4 or fewer is concerning, but the Chiefs' defense has done enough so far. The offense has to get going. Exactly. Chiefs wideouts have been targeted 7 times for 18 yards. God bless America. I understand, like, you're trying to get something going. You go for it on 4th and 1, but jeez. Gave the Eagles a free 3, and they got the ball again here. Half the distance to the goal, though, so they're probably like around like the 10, I would imagine, somewhere around there. Yeah, free points earlier, and then Harrison Butker missed 3. I said in my Chiefs and Eagles preview that the Chiefs can win this game, but every point's going to matter, so you can't have missed field goals. You can't have lack of execution, and you can't give away free points to the Eagles. Free, F-R-E-E points. They gave him 3 free points. And then the missed field goal from Butker gave the Eagles the ball at the 50. So rather unfortunate. Somebody said no excuses for the terrible offense. Yeah, I think the realistic answer is you should have guys that rise to the occasion. But it's an anemic running back room, and you're down your top 2 wide receivers, and Kelsey's 35. It's rough, tough sledding out there. Is the regular season you act like we're in the playoffs, Cole? I don't know what that means. All right. 10.5 minutes to go in the third. Eagles ball. Backed up to their own 10. All right, Hurts under center. 1 man in motion. They hand it off to Barkley, and he's going to get a good, like, 7-8 yards there. Solid little first down run for the Eagles. Going to be hard to make the playoffs when the offense can't move the ball? Well, in theory, reinforcements are coming, at least in the pass game. Rice and Worthy might play next week. We'll see. He's going to be in a brace. I expect him to not be who he was before the shoulder dislocation, but we'll see. 2nd and 2. Can't worry about that now because you've got the Eagles with the ball and nobody's coming back for this game. Hurts in the pistol. Devontae Smith in motion to the right. They're going to hand it off to Barkley again, and he's going to bounce outside for the first down and a little bit more, breaking a tackle. I'm going to guess like 5. Got about 5 yards there. Darrell with the 2. We need fresh blood for our offensive coaching. I wouldn't mind a new offensive coordinator. Just like somebody fresh in the room. Again, though, what are you going to do this season? You're kind of, I think you have who you have, right? Both teams have 9 first downs on the day. Not a lot. Hurts under center once again. A lot more under center on this drive. They're going to hand it to Barkley 3rd straight time, and he's going to get 11 yards. I mean, if you're averaging 7-8 yards a pop like Barkley is, probably just keep running it. Agla, feeling a stop here would set the game tone, especially with the offense right now. Yeah, the offense is doing the defense 0 favors, and Philly's really good at running people down. A Minihue over pursued, it looks like. Let Saquon go for those extra yards. And Saquon's a really good running back, man, but still. I think he's on the sideline now. No, they're going to hand it off to him again. I thought he went to the sideline. Gain of about 3. It's like 4 straight runs. When do we see play action pass deep ball? Is that next? You think that's the next play here? Play action pass deep ball? You blame the Giants for keeping Daniel Jones over Saquon? Saquon could still be a giant. That was a great move by the Eagles to get him, that's for sure. 2nd and 8. 4 straight runs. Do we go play action here? Hurts in the pistol. Let's see. Somebody jumped and both teams are pointing. It looks like it's on the Eagles. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Ooh, the right tackle, Lane Johnson. With the flag there, it's going to move him back. Yeah, he moved early. Stalls. Fart. Matt, you're funny. Here we go. 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the third quarter here. 2nd and 12. It's been 4 straight runs. Maybe 5. I'm losing count here. Hurts in the gun, does step back to throw this time. And he's going to get flush from the pocket, but he's going to get clotheslined. Omar Norman Lott with his first sack in his first ever NFL game. When you need the defense to rise to the occasion, you need somebody to say, I'm going to do something. 4-man rush, and Omar Norman Lott shed his block, saw Hurts trying to get up the middle, and speared him like Goldberg at WrestleMania. It's exactly how the tackle looked. Great coverage by the Chiefs secondary in this one. 3rd and 16. When you need the defense to step up, they got to make a play here. Backed up to their 29. Crowd getting loud. Hurts in the gun. They're going to hand it off to Barkley, and he's going to get maybe 7. So another great stand by the Chiefs defense is going to cause the Eagles to have to punt here. Yeah, they're really playing out of their minds. It's so interesting because I feel like the Chiefs defense did not play well in most facets of the game last week, but they've bounced back. They look good. It's 13-10 right now. The defense surpassing my expectations in a good way here, but the offense has to do something. The punt is up. Nico Remigio is going to let it bounce into the end zone. Touchback. Chiefs ball at the 20. I think you're going to take that one. Dude, Omar Norman Lott. He literally speared him like Goldberg. If you know who Goldberg is, you know exactly what happened. That was crazy. Agla with the 5 said, hey, feeling like a stop here would set the game tone, especially with the offense right now. Yeah, now you need some sort of a drive here from the offense, man, because the defense is giving you chance after chance after chance. You got to do something with it. Yeah, that was a huge hit. Exactly. Welcome to the NFL, Omar. Exactly. Yeah, Omar lit him up. That was a good, clean hit, too. Now, can the offense take advantage of it? That's what we hope. I'm looking at the drives here for the Kansas City Chiefs on offense. Let's see what we got. We've got, so far this half, 4 plays, 8 yards, turnover on downs. Next drive, 3 plays, 5 yards, punt. They did have a 10-play, 69-yard drive just before, or their last drive before half. They got to get something going in the second half here. Eagles O is holding 2. Revenin, thanks you for the 2 bomb. I didn't see it, but I wasn't necessarily looking. All right, offense has to do something, man. Yeah, everybody's talking about the Chiefs' offense being bad. Matt Derrick of Chiefs Digest just pointed out that the Chiefs have outgained the Eagles 150 yards to 147. And they're firing at full strength. Philly's offense is from, they got A.J. Brown, they got Devontae Smith, you've got Saquon, you've got all of your O-line. You don't have Dallas Goedert. So actually, let me walk that back. You don't have Dallas Goedert, your tight end 1. But outside of that, they're not doing any better. but they are winning, which at the end of the day, you just want to put up more points than your opponent. Marcus with the 550 because that Omar sack was crazy. Let's freaking go. First official sack of the NFL, hopefully first of many. Heck yeah, bro. I love to see that. All right, Chiefs get the ball at the 20. Offense got to get something going here. Mahomes in the gun. Play action to Pacheco, and he's open for the check down, and he does get that ball left side, gets about 7. Man. 2nd and 3, maybe? We'll take that. How about that tackle by Lott? It was a great one. Someone said, Cole, check up on Philly 600. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? 2nd and 3, Mahomes under center, changing something, talking to Pacheco in the backfield. He's going to hand it off to him, outside run. He's trying to get the edge. He gets it barely, and I think he's going to move the chains. So I think potentially, depending on the spot, we just saw the first down of the Chiefs offense this half. Some people are frustrated with Pacheco. Yeah, he didn't break any tackle after that catch, if that's what you're referring to. I think he got the first down here. Needed 3, got 3, moved the chains. Chiefs at the 30, their own 30. Mahomes in the gun, 3 to his left. Looks like Thornton, I think, to his right. Noah Gray in motion. They're going to hand it off to Pacheco again, and he's going to get like 2 yards. Watching the Chiefs run the ball it's just discouraging, man. I don't know what else to say. I'm not going to be a negative Nancy about it, but geez. 2nd and 8. All right, Mahomes in the gun, Pacheco to his left. 2 options each side here. Kelsey in the slot left. Noah Gray in motion on the right. He's going to step back to throw. Gets Kelsey on a crosser. He's at the 40. Stiff arm, out of bounds. Gain of roughly 15 to 20. Kelsey trying to get some sparks going in this offense that's lacked a flame here. One-on-one with Cooper DeJean, and he wins. Stiff arms him once, stiff arms him twice. That was a good play there by Kelsey. That's what I'm saying. If you get it to Kelsey. But outside of that, you need somebody else to make some plays here. Mahomes under center, Kelsey in motion. He's changing the play. They're going to fake the handoff to Kareem. He's going to roll right, and he's going to try to just scramble, and he gets maybe 3 or 4 yards before he's gone out of bounds there. Jahad Campbell, I think the rookie linebacker, was hot in pursuit. 3.5 minutes to go in the third here. Why is the clock running? Doesn't it only stop now, FLDB, in certain times, certain quarters? I think that's why. It used to always go out. I don't remember when they changed it. Because, yeah, he ran forward out of bounds. All right, 2nd and 7. Mahomes in the gun. He's got 3 to his left, but he's going to look right and fire in the direction of Hollywood Brown. Tough contested grab. Makes the catch for about 5. 3rd and 2. Jeez, Adoree Jackson was draped all over him in coverage, too. Whew. It was just a great pass by Mahomes, and, I mean, a great job. The ball got deflected rather, by Adoree Jackson at the end, and Hollywood is able to haul it in. Last 5 minutes it stops, I think. Both second quarter and fourth quarter, last 5. 3rd and 1. Please move the chains. They're in Eagles' side of the field here. Eagles territory at the 35. Gray in motion. They're going to hand it off to Kareem. Hard fought, 3 yards. Gets it. Makes one man miss and kind of just bullies his way for a couple more. Hey, we got a few first downs on this drive, a little bit of life. There's a couple of good positives about that. Obviously, you're moving, right? You need points, but you're giving the defense a rest as well. Let's go, man. 1st and 10 at the 33. Mahomes in the gun, Kelsey on the bottom of the screen. Noah Gray and dancing in motion. He has 2 to his left, though. Rolls left, fires left, caught. Hollywood makes one man miss, gets about 12, unless he stepped out of bounds. Down at about the 23. All right, Chiefs cooking a little bit on this drive. You needed it. Bad. 8 plays, 58 yards, 4.5 minutes. I kind of like that. You don't have a lot of rollout left. You're just trying to mix it up, man. 1 minute to go in the third. Chiefs huddled up. Come on. At the 22-yard line. You've got Mahomes in the gun, Hollywood in motion to the right. He's got a back to each side. Brashard Smith gets motioned. They hand it off to Pacheco for a 3-yard loss. So there's that. That was a loss of 2, 2nd and 12. Well, that makes it a little difficult. I feel like both teams have been doing a pretty good job there in the trenches. Jalen Carter's kind of nursing his wrist. Both defenses have played against the run really well here. Mahomes in the gun. Pass to Tyquan Thornton, left side, spins up field, slung out of bounds. A few yards shy of the first. I'm going to say 3rd and 4, depending on the spot. The crowd's booing. They might have wanted a flag. He got slung out of bounds, but I think it's fine. Let him play a little bit here. Yeah, into the third quarter, by the way. 3-point game. Chiefs marching. They need a touchdown bad. I just want to give flowers to a couple people or a couple things in this game. I just think the defense is doing really well, man. I mean, you've held the Eagles to 13 because the Chiefs coaching staff gave them a free 3. You go for it on 4th and 1. The defense has held the Eagles to 2 for 9 on 3rd downs. 2 for 9 on 3rd downs and only 55 passing yards, 92 rushing yards. I'm really impressed how much better the Chiefs defense looks than last week. That was kind of my bigger concern heading into this game, was if the defense doesn't have a great game and Mahomes can't go Super Saiyan on nearly every drive, just trying to find ways to put points up on the board, I was worried that this game could get away from them. But instead, it's 10-13 heading into the fourth quarter. How you guys feeling? Let me know in chat. I am glancing during the commercial breaks. D playing well? Yes, sir. Burrow has torn ligaments in his toe. Is that confirmed? He's got a toe injury for sure. Chiefs defense better or Eagles offense suck? I don't think the Eagles offense sucks. They do have a new play caller and maybe are going through a little bit of growing pains, but I don't think the Eagles offense sucks. A lot of football, man, it's coaching. It's a violent game of chess, zigging when you think that you could be zagging and all that fun stuff. Yeah, he does have a turf toe injury, but yep, D-line's doing great. We need 7, not 3. I agree. In a perfect world, you need to go up 4 with a touchdown. All right, we're back from another commercial break here. All right, here we go. Start of the fourth quarter. Chiefs are at the 13-ish yard line. It's 3rd and 2. And depending on the spot, it was a run. I'm not sure he got it. Isaiah Pacheco didn't get it. Depending on the spot. Are the Chiefs going to go for it? All right, they're going to go for it on 4th and 1. Pacheco's in the backfield. Mahomes under center. Kareem Hunt's on an offset I formation, actually. 3 seconds on the play clock. Mahomes is going to give it to Kareem Hunt on a fullback dive, and he gets 3. I had no faith in that play because I knew it was a fullback dive to Kareem Hunt, and he got 3. Good God almighty. Well, they got it. I saw the fullback dive coming from a mile away. I'm sure you guys did too. Oh, God. Uh-oh, Jordan Davis is, that's number 90 for the Eagles. He's down on the field right now. I am going to stand. I've been sitting long enough here. Bro, I can't believe they made that. Can't believe the fullback dive worked. That's actually hilarious. We'll take it. Jennifer with the 1587 bomb. Marcus with the 2. I feel a lot better than the Super Bowl. Well, yeah, by now in the Super Bowl, it was like 40-6. Definitely feel better. I'm so glad we make less penalties. Heck yeah, Les1. Thank you. Ryan with the 2. Kingsley seems to at least be a serviceable left guard. He's doing well. He is doing well. Aaron with the 5. Please watch local broadcast so the bot doesn't chastise people for commenting ahead of you during play calling. Otherwise, great work. I don't know. You're talking to me? I just have a slight delay with YouTube. I am watching the local broadcast. I'm watching, I think, channel 41. I'm watching it local I'm on YouTube TV. I'm not on an antenna, but. Scoreboard is fire as always. Thank you, Apex FLDB. He's going to give you a wave. He's been holding it down.
Oh, hey.
I zoomed in on you. That's on me.
Well, that's all
right. What's up, dude? Yeah, I'm just fixing
Hey.
cameras since I'm standing.
Oh.
I guess I did that to you too, huh?
Yeah, well, I stood up too. So.
Oh, so your framing's different. Got you. We got it fixed.
Yeah.
Oh, man. This has been a good game, but I would love a W here. Xander with the 2 said, let's go Chiefs. Defense is playing good. Playing well, rather, if you want to be proper. They're playing good football. If you want to.
Sure,
there you go.
Holding their own. Man.
Right side of the line is having some issues. That's interesting, Doctor, because that's not the side I would have thought. But my question is, what side is Jalen Carter lining up on predominantly?
It looks like left from everything I've seen. He's lining up on Kingsley's side.
On Kingsley? Okay, on Kingsley?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That's
and then also, he's aiming that right sense. Hand. He punched.
Oh, yeah, he's not 100%. There's something going on.
Jordan
Davis is getting his butt massaged. Just kidding. Yeah. I think he's got he might be cramping. Might be a cramp. Cole, we are 90% 4th down conversion. So funny considering last year we're known for 3rd down struggles. Yeah. Crazy, huh? At the 10, Mahomes under center. We need a touchdown here. They're going to hand it off to Kareem Hunt, and he's going to get down to the 6. Remember, Jordan Davis isn't in right now. That's their big nose tackle, run stuffer, so you're running the ball here. Lacey, thank you for the membership. Xander with the 2. Brand with the 5. While Pop isn't helping his case on some of these plays, the O-line is frequently getting jammed or crushed on run plays, making it worse. Not helpful. 2nd and goal at the 7. Mahomes and the gun empty. Kareem Hunt was motioned out wide, but they're going to motion him back. 3 seconds on the play clock. All right, Mahomes takes the snap, throws, intercepted out of the hands of Travis Kelsey, and the Eagles are going to return it to the 20, 30, tackled by Josh Simmons to prevent a pick 6. Mahomes throws it. It bats off the hands of Travis Kelsey and into the awaiting hands of the Eagles. The Eagles are too good to give them that, dude. You can't do it. I don't know if the Chiefs overcome this one here. It's not over, but that's touchdown or points. Josh Simmons saved a pick 6. That's actually incredible. How does Josh Simmons fix that, prevent that? Don't know, but that's a big flub by Travis Kelsey. I'm not sure if there's any other blame to go around. Just Travis Kelsey might have been late a little bit to get his head around and wasn't fully ready. But, dude, that's probably the right play call. And if he hauls that in, that's either a touchdown or you're down at the 1 yard line. Instead, the Eagles make you pay. They're too good to give them gifts like that. Yeah, I'm just tweeting this out. You can't give gifts to the Eagles if you want to win this game. Chiefs did a great job all the way down the field. You're really trying to go up 7, which would be a 4-point game, and that's a gift. Literally batted up out of the hands of Kelsey, and I mean, hats off to whoever picked him off. I don't know who it was off the top of my head, but he was there. But that's just a gift. Who got that pick? Makuba? Is that who it was? Yeah, for 41 yards. Yep, that's it. In order to win this game, you got to win the turnover battle. You can't give free points, and the Chiefs have so far done neither. Now, it's still a 3-point game. The Chiefs' defense can get a stop there. But do you want to win or do you not? It's as simple as that. Are you going to execute and make plays, or are you going to go 0-2? Les one. Okay, thanks for the 5. Marcy with the 5. This is so much better than last week. Yeah, I think you sent that a couple minutes ago right before the pick. But yeah, it's a close game, but dude, can't make them pay like that. Crazy. Very uncharacteristic, but that's the second time in 2 games where there's been something off. I think this was just, I'm just going to put it on Kelsey. I don't think there's any other explanation. I think Kelsey should have caught that ball. No excuses. Last week, there was off from Mahomes and Kelsey that could have been a touchdown near the end of the game. I don't think it would have won the Chiefs the game because you still needed to get a stop by the Chargers on their final drive, and they didn't get a stop. But it was a play to Kelsey, and he won his route, wasn't ready, and it batted up into the air, and Josh Simmons prevented a pick 6. But that is a huge momentum, game-changing play, gift basket, gift wrap to the Philadelphia Eagles, who are at the 41-yard line, and you've got Hurts in the pistol. The defense has to make a big stand here, but God, that is a tough one. Hurts pitches it to Saquon to the right, and he's going to get wrapped up for a gain of maybe 1. Holy smokes. I mean, geez. I said in my preview video, the Eagles are too good. You got to win the turnover battle. You can't leave points on the board. I sound like a broken record, but it's because they've been doing it. Oh, God bless. Leo Chanel just got flagged for a personal foul face mask. I think he might have grabbed at the face mask of Saquon. It was a 15-yarder. He did get, it wasn't on Chanel, actually, but somebody barely grazed his face mask. Okay. Hurts in the gun. High snap, but he's going to pitch it to Saquon opposite side. And remember, you're up 3. The Eagles can just grind runs all day long. That was a gain of like 6 or 7. Yeah, Kelsey's probably sick. It's been a tough couple of weeks there. The fluke collision with Worthy, off connect, off kilter with Mahomes into the game there. I don't think it would have ended up in a win. And then the drop, that's a touchdown or you're down at the 1. It's inexcusable, man. 2nd and 3, play action, rollout, catch, Cook with a big ol' hit. They needed 3, got 5, though. Yeah, there's no excuses. Kelsey messed up. He should have caught it. He knows it. Everybody knows it. I don't know what you're supposed to do now if you're the Chiefs. I mean, get a stop on defense and let's go from there. Hurts, meanwhile, is down at the Chiefs' 31. They're moving. Handoff to Saquon out of the gun, no gain. That face mask hurt because it gave him 15. They had no gain on a run. It would have been 2nd and 10 and gave him 15 there. You missed a field goal. The coaches gave 3 by going for it on 4th and 1 at their own 37, and then Travis Kelsey, to be determined, but negated 7. The Eagles are in field goal range. Hurts in the gun, empty because Saquon motions out to the right here. There's pressure. Hurts throws. It's batted up in the air and almost picked off. 3rd and 10. You had 2 Chiefs players diving at it. I think it was Hicks and Tranquil, maybe. Yeah, 3rd and 10. And McDuffie had a great PBU there, knocked it up into the air. I would have loved a pick to bounce that back. 3rd and 10. This is probably the most important play of the game right now. At least if you want to get back here. Give the ball to the offense. They're in field goal range. Hurts in the gun. A.J. Brown in motion. They've got 2 seconds on the play clock. Gets it off with 0. Hurts throws a 50-50 ball. Caught at the 5 by Devontae Smith. That is probably close to game. Can't give him gifts. And when Hurts needed to make a play in the pass game, that's McDuffie in coverage, by the way, on Devontae Smith. Spags sent the house. They get the snap off with basically 0 seconds left on the play clock, so you could time the blitz perfectly. Throws a 50-50 ball. McDuffie gets beat. Devontae Smith makes a great adjustment on a ball that, was kind of underthrown because Hurts had to just kind of lob one. And the Eagles are now at the 3-yard line, about to make this, trying to make this a 2-score game. Hurts under center, offset I formation, wrapped up for a 2-yard loss by Chris Jones, though. Dude, the defense is playing, man. They're here to play. I don't know about the offense, but they're here to play. Chris Jones was in the backfield ready for Saquon by the time they handed off that ball. Second and goal, 9.5 minutes left to go. They're at the 5 after a 2-yard loss. You've got Hurts in the gun. 2 seconds on the play clock. They're going to hand it off to Saquon, and he's going to not get in. He stopped at the 1. I thought he was going to kind of bully his way in there. Maybe the 2. Yeah, it's really tough to see McDuffie give up that big gain, that 50-50 ball. I said that was probably the most important play of the game, and the Eagles made it happen. Devontae Smith had a nice adjustment there. You've literally flipped fields. So the Chiefs threw a pass to Travis Kelsey, and he caught it, batted it up at the 2, and the Eagles are running the tush push here at the 2 on 3rd and goal. Hurts is going to run it, and he's shoved in for the touchdown, I believe. If it's not a touchdown, it's 4th and goal, and I bet you they do it again. All right, so it's going to be 4th down. I'm just going to be honest. If I'm the Eagles, it. I'm doing it again. This is kill shot. If you're the Eagles, run it again. Sure, go for a field goal. I would prefer it, but if I'm the Eagles, run it again. You were at the 2, now you're at the 1. Yep, here we go again. There's a challenge flag thrown by Nick Sirianni. He actually thinks that they got in on the initial play, so why run a 4th down if they think they got in? I think that's a touchdown. That was actually a good challenge. I think they're going to win it. I saw at the end of that replay, Hurts got in. I think that is a successful challenge and Eagles TD. It looked like all you have to do is get the ball to cross the pylon, or to cross the plane, the goal line. And it looked cross to me. Unfortunate, man, because you had chances to win this game. You did. The defense played out of their minds. And the offense, when you needed them most, went to Kelsey, batted up ball. Great heads-up play by the DB there to make them pay with that INT. But, I mean, Kelsey just went like this. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. If they score, which I think that's a successful challenge and a touchdown, it's a 10... No. It'll be an 11-point game. I don't know how... Crazier things have happened. The Chiefs can still make a game of it, but 3 points missed by Butker, 3 points given up by coaching, and then a net negative 7 points by Kelsey. The Eagles are too good, dude. I said it time and time again, and you guys are in chat probably saying the same thing. They're too good to do that. You can't do it if you want to win. You just can't. We need Reaper Mahomes magic. Thank you, Bam, with the 2. Morgan with the 2. Fabio with the 2. No matter the outcome, the secondary played well. I think the defense played really well. There's some positives there. There's definitely some positives. Flip with the 5. McDuffie trying to get the highest paid CB. Not like that. Yeah, it was a rare one there on McDuffie. We're about to see. You need overwhelming evidence to overturn it, but at the end of that play, unless Hurts was down, the ball looks like it hit. Wow. Oh, wow. They let it stand. 4th and goal at the 2 inches, 3 inches. I mean, that's a tush push. Surely a touchdown, but that would be cool if you could stop them. Nah, touchdown. That's probably game. 7 minutes and 48 seconds. It's crazier things have happened, but you're now down 11. You didn't want it. Hurts is a little slow to get up there. I think he's all right. I mean, that wasn't even debatable. He crossed. Chris Jones jumped over him a little bit there. I'm looking at the replay. It looks like he's in. That's automatic. You can't stop it. That's GG's to the Eagles. I mean, good game so far. Maybe the Chiefs can come back. Oh, it's a 10-point game. Why did I say 11? I guess I can't do math because 13 plus 7 is 20. So it's a 10-point game with 7 minutes and 48 seconds. So you basically need the Chiefs offense to do something and move down the field very quickly, give the ball back to the Eagles, and then force a punt and score again. It's not completely over, but the Eagles are too good. The Chiefs had opportunities to execute, and they haven't so far. The defense has been playing well. Do you really put that? I guess you could put some of that on the defense. They could have stopped the Eagles on that drive. Definitely could have, but it could have been touchdown Chiefs and would have been 17-14 and maybe now 20-14, or it would have been 20-17 rather if they got a touchdown. But Kelsey cost us, Worthy, and then the game, said Darrell with the 2, Tanner with the 2. We might not win a game. I'm wasting my time. They're going to win games. But yeah, this one was within reach to at least make it closer than it is, that's for sure. Do we go for 2-point on this drive if we get down the field or field goal? I think you just make it a 3-point game. Because if you go for 2 and you don't get it, it's 16 to 24-point game. Offense is buns, period. Yeah, Tobias, it's been a struggle, man. It's not over. No, there's still some time. But you had opportunities, and you did not capitalize. This is going to be a long year. Yeah, you need Rice back. You need Worthy. You need something. Or Kelsey to catch a touchdown pass would be helpful. Mistakes happen, but dang, that is tough. That is tough. There's going to be all kinds of thoughts in the comments and stuff. And I mean, the reality is the Chiefs played on defense especially, and there's still time. Again, we saw the Bills down 15 with 4 minutes to go and won. It's not 100% over, but unless the offense just marches right down the field and scores, it's going to be very tough. And it's more, I think I'm just more disappointed with the points left on the board or not put on there from lack of execution. Missed field goal by Butker. He missed an extra point last week, but that's 3. The coaches gave 3 by going for it on 4th and 1 at their own 37, so that's 6, and then Kelsey drops a touchdown pass. That's 13 points. If my math is right, 7 plus 6. Yeah, it's basically an automatic touchdown for the Eagles when you have 2 attempts at the 1 for the tush push. Yeah, McDuffie should have covered his man on 3rd down. Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect by the defense, but they're going to return this, by the way. Brashard Smith is going to take it out of the end zone and gets tackled at the 26. So could have been a touchback, Chiefs ball at the 35. Instead, they try to make a little bit of magic happen in the return game, and it's a difference of 9 yards here. All right, Mahomes and company on the field, huddled up. Here we go. All right, you're motioning Hollywood from the right to the left in the gun. Down 10, 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go here at the 26. Mahomes is going to step back to throw. He's got time. He's not liking, I guess, what he's seeing, and he's going to scramble up the sideline for like 3 or 4 yards. He had time this time, but I don't know if anybody got open. He didn't like what he saw. Not sure. I think Jordan Davis is coming back out, but he's limping. Definitely in pain here. It's Mahomes that's selling the offense? No. I mean, if you go back and watch the film, which I will after this game, it's going to be on several people, but 2nd and 7. Mahomes steps back to throw. Throws it to Kelsey and dropped out of his fingertips. 3rd and 7. It might have been broken up potentially, but I think that was catchable. 3rd and 7. That was another ball that was catchable for Kelsey. Another tough drop. I mean, somebody I think on the broadcast are saying it was a little off on Mahomes. Okay, it hit Kelsey in the fingertips, and the hands. 3rd and 7, here we go. At the 29, Mahomes in the gun. He's got 3 out wide to his right. The Eagles are bringing pressure. Mahomes lets it rip, middle of the field, incomplete. 3 and out for the Chiefs. I think Mahomes got hit as he threw. He was getting up off the ground. I think Mahomes got hit by Campbell. He was targeting Gray in the middle of the field. No connect. So the Chiefs offense is going to go 3 and out, and the Eagles are going to get the ball and, run out some clock here. With Saquon would be my guess. The punt is caught at the 1-yard line and tackled at the 15. Wow, what a freaking punt, dude. All right, 7 minutes to go. Trailing by 10. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. You got the 2-minute warning. You've got some game left, but, man, unfortunate stuff so far. The offense going 3 and out. They went 3 plays for 3 yards. So there's that. The drive before, 14 plays, 75 yards, INT in the end zone. God bless America. What's crazy is they had opportunities to, it's not a win or a loss yet. They had opportunities to make, like, this could be a game. This could be a 3-point game or tied. If Butker makes his field goal and Kelsey catches, that's 20-20. But they didn't execute. Somebody said the chat is abysmal. Yeah, I mean, it could be the first play of the game and it's the end of the world, but tough. Somebody said, Cole, you're not being helpful. You act like this is the end of the season. No, I'm not acting like that. Not once did I say the season's over. It's done. But I think the game is going to be very difficult to win at this point. Offense is quit, I think, said Tobias with the 2. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Exactly, Jacob. Exactly. Because at the end of the day, when the clock strikes 0, all that matters is the final score. Yeah, it's not over yet, but the defense needs to get a stop. You need something. You need a pick 6. You need something. Better score than the Super Bowl? Well, yeah, it was 40-6, I think, at this time. Maybe they scored a touchdown or 2 by then. It's still within reach, but it's an uphill battle for sure. Fans leaving the stadium already? Are they? That's tough. What's up, Hidden Long Shot? Respect to the check mark, man. Trade with the 17 months. Next draft, we have to get a running back high up. We gifted them this game. Yeah. There's not much of a dynamic run game for the Kansas City Chiefs. That's for sure. That drop by Kelsey in the end zone or near the end zone was really tough. We are back from commercial break. You've got Hurts under center at the 16 here. They're going to hand it off to Barkley. He's going to bounce off of his own man, get about 5. Where's the Eagles curse? What's that? 2nd and 6 after a gain of 4. I mean, you're gonna take this all the way down. So these plays are gonna take a second here. There's still 15 seconds on the clock. You're gonna wind it down, wind it down, wind it down, hand it off with 1 second to go. All right, Hurts in the pistol. Devontae Smith in motion. You're gonna hand it off to Saquon, and he's gonna be stopped 1 yard shy, which is tush push territory here. Third and 1. I've got money on tush push. Fan favorite player, Trent McDuffie. What's the likelihood of him making the highest paid cornerback? Pick 6 play against the defending champ or Chris Jones making a play? We'll see. Thank you for the 5, brother. Motivation to go get Tyreek. Defense looks fine. J-Pap with the 2. Tush push being ran. First down, unless there was, it looked like a false start, kinda. A lot of people on the Chiefs defense are doing this, but I don't see a flag. Well, they both moved. You had a Chiefs player punch the football. That's crazy. There wasn't even a flag thrown. I think a Chiefs defender punched the ball. Both the Chiefs player and Eagles player moved before the ball snapped. I don't know how there wasn't even flags thrown for both. 1 second left on the play clock. Play gets blown dead. The Eagles called a timeout with 1 second left. All right. Another commercial break. Somebody said Philly got the Chiefs number. Yeah, I think this might be the third game. Is this the third game that they've won now? No. I don't know, dude. They don't play each other that often. So Super Bowl 57, Super Bowl 59, there was a regular season game a couple years ago where actually I think Kelsey, Kelsey fumbled in the red zone. They lost that game at home. So it's 2 or 3 in a row. If they lose this game, you need to make a stop here. You need to do something. You're down 10. There's under 5 to go. The Chiefs still have all 3 timeouts in the 2-minute warning, but it's a 2-score game. 2-score game. Refs cost us the game. Please don't do that, dude. God. Don't do that. Embarrassing, brother. All right, 1st and 10. You've got Hurts in the gun. You got Saquon also directly behind him. They're going to hand it off to Saquon. He's going to get a yard, maybe. Yeah, I don't know about that. On that tush push, you had a Chiefs defender and a lineman both move at the same time there. That was kind of weird. How am I still a Chiefs fan? It's the only team I've watched for 34 years, dude. Win or lose. All right, after this, let's see what the call is. Let's see what they do. Can't blame refs, can't stoop to their level. Yeah, exactly, Espen. I'm going to blame refs. What are we talking about? Did the refs knock the ball out of Travis Kelsey's hands? Did the refs force Harrison Butker to miss a field goal? What are we talking about? All right, at the 27, 2nd and 9. Hurts in the pistol. Devontae Smith in motion. They are going to hand it off to Saquon again. He's going to get stuffed for no gain, and if I'm the Chiefs, I might be calling a timeout. Okay, so I think the Chiefs did call a timeout. It's 3rd and 10. Oh, you're saying that's what some people will play? Oh, okay, all good. All good, man. All good. That tush push play is kind of hard, I feel like, for officials. I've seen multiple people in other games say that one team's moved or done that or false started, and it's not a rugby scrum, but it's just a very weird play, and kind of why some of the owners wanted it out of the league. But they didn't get it voted out, and it's an automatic first down for the Eagles. That's for sure. They're the best in the league at it. All right, 3rd and 10. Hurts in the gun at the 26. 4.5 minutes to go. The Chiefs have called 2 timeouts now. Here we go. Hurts steps back. He looks right. He fires right. It's caught. It's inbounds. Tackle made by Drew Tranquil. It's probably 4th and 4. So you're for sure punting. The Chiefs call a timeout. So you got 4.5 minutes. You're down by 10. Yeah, they're replaying the Kelsey touchdown drop. That's crazy. Crazy, man. You got to make plays against a good team. You got to make plays against a good team. Kevin with the 5. So concerning we only have 10 points for the entire game up to this point. Yeah, it's been kind of a defensive slugfest. It should have been 20. It's woulda, shoulda, coulda, right, Kevin? But Butker missed a field goal and Kelsey dropped a pass in the end zone. That's 20. All right, the punt is up. Fair catch called for by Nico Remigio at about the 29. He had to sprint up to get it. All right, let's not do anything after the whistle here. Hicks is jawing with somebody. We don't want a flag to back him up even more. All right, so you're down 10. You've got 4.5 minutes to go. I mean, at this point, you pretty much need to drive down and score. Onside kick. Get it, and score again. Because you're out of timeouts. At least we didn't get blown out. I guess. If you want something. You want something there. I mean, most people predicted this a somewhat close game. One score-ish. Mahomes is going to step back on first down, and he's going to get sacked. So, loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Time's ticking, though, so you're kind of going hurry up. Ajomo with the sack, I believe, was who got credited for it. The 25-yard line, you got Mahomes in the gun. He's going to step back. He's looking left. He's going to uncork it deep down the field. Wide open Tyquan Thornton, and he missed him. Wide open as you could possibly get. It was broken coverage. What on earth? Nobody. Oh, defender fell in coverage. He was overthrown by like 3 yards. You'd like to have that one back. Wide open. That's a walk-in touchdown. Not executing. Mahomes in the gun steps back. The pressure is coming. Mahomes is going to sling up a bit of a prayer. Perfect pass breakup, 4th and 14. That was a great pass breakup by Quinyon Mitchell. Flag on the play late. See what the call is. Yeah, that was a tough miss on Tyquan because he was there. It was roughing the passer. 15 yards. Good things from the secondary at least. Yeah, there's definitely some positives, but man. I think Mahomes got hit near the head area, but I don't know. Well, yeah, he got his hands to the face and pushed. I mean, Mahomes was hit about 4 times harder than that in the face in the Super Bowl and didn't get a flag. 40-yard line now, 1st and 10. You got Mahomes in the gun, 2 out wide to each side. Mahomes is going to step up into the pocket and throws in the direction of Noah Gray, but it bounces off the ground. Oh, just like bumped my desk so hard. Yeah, Mahomes is missing some throws here on this drive, guys. He's trying to press. Another inaccurate pass. Yeah. There's been a couple on this drive. All right, 2nd and 10. Here we go. You got Mahomes in the gun. And he's going to step back. He's got time. He's going to sling it deep down the field, right side. Diving catch, and Tyquan Thornton lost his helmet, incomplete. Tried to go up and get it. It looked like it hurt. It jumped, or it bounced out of his chest. His numbers there. It was a tough grab, holy smokes, but it hit him in the numbers. They got a good team over there. Look. There's a reason they're the champs. We have some work to do. Need to fix some things. With that, time's yours. Yeah, Aaron. Thank you for the 5, brother. 3rd and 10. Rush 4. Mahomes is still going to scramble right, throw. Caught by Nico Remigio. I was like, who's 81? Took me a second. Wow, okay. Huge conversion by Nico. So they're at the Eagles 40. You've got 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Mahomes is going to step back to throw, but he's going to step up into the pocket and scramble, and don't like that. Gain of 5. There's a flag on the play. Probably on Juwan, I'm going to guess. Oh, my God. Yeah, it's on Juwan Taylor. You can't make it up, bro. I was just guessing it was on Juwan. I didn't see it. Yeah, he pulled on Jalix Hunt as Mahomes tried to scramble up into the pocket. 1st and 20 at the 50. James with the 34. Damn it. What's up, James? Thanks for the 34 months. Mahomes is going to step back to throw. He's got time. He's going to uncork it deep downfield. This time it is a strike. 50 yards to Tyquan Thornton. Could have had that about a minute earlier, but that was a strike. It's 16-20. You've got 3 minutes left. I don't know. I think you have to onside kick it. I don't know what else you do here. I can't believe Thornton was left again. I think they're just playing underneath a little bit, but crazy. That was a 50-yard strike. They're going to kick this extra point here in theory to make it a 3-point game. The kick is up. Good. 3 minutes left, 3-point game. Crazy. That was a great catch by Thornton. He could have made the one before. It was a really tough grab to make, to be honest. But Mahomes missed him early wide open for a walk-in a few plays ago. Can't remember exactly how much time was left on the clock. But hey, you're battling, but you've got to, I guess, get an onside kick, all right? It's 3 minutes left. You have no timeouts either. Oh, is that why he said, damn it, because Denver lost? They lost to the Colts? Really? It's a little surprising. It's crazy, man. You've got to get this onside kick, I think, is what they're going to try. Yeah. I think you have to go onside kick, don't you? 3 minutes to go, and you can go 40 seconds. Colts are pretty good. Yeah, Danny Dimes over there. I didn't see the game, obviously, because it was going at the same time as the Chiefs. Walk-off field goal. Crazy. Onside attempts this season, 0 for 5. Can the Chiefs make it 1 for 6? The ball bounces. It bounces off of an eagle, actually, but hauled in by the ever-trusty receiver, A.J. Brown. That's going to be Eagles' ball, and they are in great field position, field goal range probably already. The broadcast is acting surprised that they did an onside kick. Is that really that surprising? That's what I thought they were going to do. Is Butker good at onside kicks? I don't know. No team's really that good at it. But yeah, I think they're not in field goal range yet, but they're up near midfield. Yep, defense needs something. Need to make a play. Well, they're at the 41, so that's much better than midfield. They're at the Chiefs 41. Hurts under center. They're going to hand it off to Saquon, and he is going to get 9 yards. Why would you do an onside? Because I think that's what you really needed to do. You could have kicked it back to him but you have no timeouts. You could have maybe got the ball back with like a minute to go or something. I don't know the math on that, but you'd have to go like 3 and out. All right, it's 2nd and 1 at the 31. Flag on the play. The Chiefs go offsides on purpose? What is that? Encroachment on Nick Bolton. So not really sure. That seemed intentional. Sirianni wants to decline it. He declined it. So. Yeah, so the penalty's declined. It's still 2nd and 1. All right, tush push time for the Eagles. And I don't know, he might have got it, maybe. It is an effective play, but God, it's boring to watch. I think he got it, though. I don't know the spot yet, but it's 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. 41-20. Why decline? Because he wants the... It's something to do with the time. He wants to decline it. They don't want to give them a fresh set of downs because 1, 2, 3, and then you could potentially punt or try to kick a field goal or whatever. They want to get that first down, make more time go off the clock, and then have a fresh set after. Yeah. Yeah, the Chiefs have not gone 0-2 in a season since 2014. Never gone 0-2 in a season in the Mahomes era. Have never lost 3 in a row in the Mahomes era. And all that would change with the Chiefs L here. I think if you get a first down, it's just over. It really depends on it says it's 3rd and 1, so I think if the Eagles get a first down, it's over, I believe. How many tush pushes in this game? Got to be like 5. 5? The bomb said, I knew that 4th down play we went for it would cost us the game. There's always plays that in a loss you go back to. That one gave up 3. Butker missed a field goal. He had the range. He just missed it wide right. Kelsey dropped a touchdown pass. I called cliffhanger before the game started. What's that mean? Like close or something? Kind of down to the wire? It was a 10-point game a minute ago, but yeah, the Chiefs got a touchdown to bring it into 1 score. Aaron with the 2. Anyone else tighten up when the tush push happens? No, I don't know. I've seen the tush push enough. I just kind of assume it's going to be a first down. Matthew with the 2. So fed up. Get Mahomes a wide receiver help or fire Nagy. I don't know what you're supposed to do in real time. We went into the season being like, okay, the Chiefs wide receiver room's probably not the concern. They're pretty deep. But yeah, Rice suspension, Worthy injured. That's your wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2. I would have preferred more investment into the running back room, but yeah. They are short, by the way. I think if they get this, it's over. It's 3rd and 1. So here we go. It's not even over. I think the Eagles are psycho enough. They might go tush push if they don't get it. Could hope for a false start, maybe. And they're going to run it and get it. Yeah, he got like 2 yards. That should be game. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to be able to go victory, kneel it out. Yeah. Yeah, they got it done. They're a good team. Wait. They're saying it's a fumble and Chiefs ball? Chiefs are saying they have the ball. Drew Tranquil came out of the pile with the football. How do you replay that? How do you replay that? Well, the refs don't know what they're doing. Maybe he was down? Weird, okay. Drew Tranquil came out of the pile with the ball, but the Eagles are going to run a play here. The Eagles took a timeout. It's hard to know. I would assume they're just going to say he was down by contact. Like, I don't know. How did he come out of the pile with the football? The rules expert said, I am done with the tush push, guys. I don't even know. I mean, they fought over it at the end of the play, but Not really sure, to be honest with you. He said, I'm over the tush push, guys. They're rules analysts. I mean, it's effective and it didn't get banned, so the Eagles are the best in the business at it. They're just going to keep running it. This is victory formation for the Eagles. They got it done again. The Chiefs had some opportunities, gifted them some points, and that's it. You go for it on 4th down in your own territory. You don't convert. They're in field goal range. Defense gets a stop, 3 and out. That's 3. Butker misses 3. And then Kelsey has a touchdown until he doesn't, and it's a pick. So the Chiefs didn't deserve the win there. They just didn't. Against a team as good as the Eagles, even though I thought the Chiefs defense did a pretty good job. Sure, there's a couple plays I bet the defense would wish they could have back. But against a team as good as the Philadelphia Eagles, man, GG's to them. You can't make these mistakes. Literally said in my preview, the Chiefs can win this game, but they have to basically be perfect. You have to win the turnover battle. It's Bills-Ravens. Not eye to eye here. But if the Ravens win the turnover battle, I say they win that game against the Buffalo Bills. You don't win the turnover battle, I don't think, off the top of my head. I think it was just that pick. Yeah. The Eagles are too good of a team, man. They're going to make you pay. So there's a reason why the Chiefs are underdogs in this game. There's a reason why almost everybody picked Philly to win this game. And the Chiefs, in spite of that, they still had a chance. And there's about 3 or 4 plays there where it's the difference of the game. It's not a, 40-6 bloodbath. We're not really going for moral victories here. They did look competitive against the Eagles, and it was kind of a defensive battle there. But, yeah, there's a few plays that you have to have back and execute on, and they did not do it. Trevor Lay, that's a funny name, with the 5. Love these guys. Super Bowl or no playoffs, even if we have a terrible season. The positive would be a better draft spot. I'd hate to use picks for older guys. Thanks for the 5, man. Aaron with the 20. Maybe they should announce the tush push similar to the onside kick, then the refs could get in there closer. Yeah, I don't know. It's a boring play to watch, but it's not banned, and there's nobody better at it than the Philadelphia Eagles, man. Toma with the 2. Cole, we can't unsee the uncalled false start on touchdown. What the heck, dude? Oh, I thought my dog was back here, but it's not. It's Casper the Friendly Ghost. Can't unsee the uncalled false start on touchdown. I don't know what play exactly you're talking about. I'll tell you this. I'm not going to sit here and blame officiating. The Chiefs had multiple chances to win this game, and the Eagles are going to walk away with the W, man. I was hopeful that the Chiefs could win. I think it's not really an ideal situation to lose this game. It was a close game where if Kelsey scores that touchdown, who really knows the outcome? But at the end of the day, woulda, coulda, shoulda, and the Chiefs didn't execute. They didn't get it done at the end of the day. I do have a lot of respect, I think, for how much the Chiefs defense stepped up in this one. I'm going to just share my screen real quick. Yeah, this should give us here. So hats off to the Eagles. If there's Eagles fans in here, I'm sure there's some probably celebrating, but yeah, they got the W. They got it done. The Chiefs, they held the Eagles to 5 for 14 on 3rd downs, 1 for 1 on 4th was what the Eagles were. I think on the tush push maybe. I mean, they ran like 5 or 6 tush push plays. It's basically automatic. I don't know how you stop it. Nobody's really been able to, especially if it's like 3rd and 1. They're getting it. The Eagles are 2 for 2 in the red zone, but this is one. If it's going to come down to a few plays, Butker missed field goal, the overzealous 4th down attempt on their own 37 that the Eagles turned into 3 because the defense had a great stop, and then Kelsey dropped that pass. It results in a pick instead of a touchdown. The game was within reach, but at the end of the day, you have to out-execute your opponents, and against the reigning Super Bowl champs, the team that I have number 1 on my power rankings, you can't do that. You can't give points, and you can't have those mistakes. Good teams make you pay. Hurts, nothing to write home about the Eagles offense, really. I mean, they had some rushing yards that they racked up there eventually, and yeah, I think Jalen Hurts had a tush push. Saquon had that 13-yard rush. But the Chiefs defense really held the Eagles offense in check for the most part. Now, obviously, they they ended up getting points when it mattered. Hurts had the touchdown, Saquon had the touchdown, and then they kicked 2 field goals or something like that. Yeah, that would be 20. Mahomes 16 for 29, 187 yards. 50 of that was on that last drive, that bomb to Thornton. 1 touchdown, 1 INT. That's on Travis Kelsey, man. You've got to haul that in. That's on you to make that play. Mahomes still the leading rusher in this game. If I have one complaint, it's not even really to do with this game and this game alone. I made a video on this earlier on in the week, and I said the Chiefs front office, I think this is a failure by the Chiefs front office in free agency. They did not, in my opinion, do enough for the running back room. I didn't mind bringing back Kareem Hunt. I was fine that they signed Elijah Mitchell, but I was hoping maybe for more in the draft. Or if you get Brashard Smith in the 7th round, I just think you need more. You need more juice in the running back room. They don't have that. Pacheco averaged 2.2 yards per carry. Kareem Hunt had 8 for 31, but Mahomes for 2 games in a row is the leading rusher. Yeah, you're down Rice, you're down Worthy, and so that affects things, but you don't have anybody scary. Did anybody, again, it is what it is because they have who they have, and I don't know that you're going to go out and get somebody to really change the game for the Chiefs' run attack. But did anybody watch James Cook today? That dude was fire. And again, there's a reason why he's getting paid. There's a reason why Saquon's getting paid. And I feel like the Chiefs did a good job against Saquon. But there is no fear by opposing defenses for the Chiefs' run game. Because there's no explosive plays for the running back room. There's just not. Kareem has 11. Mahomes had a 22. This is back-to-back games. It's a little bit of a theme here. Mahomes leading the room in rushing by double or more because he's trying to will his team to win. And then, again, Mahomes missed some throws. He missed a wide-open throw to Tyquan Thornton. He missed a throw to Noah Gray early on in the game. He's missed some throws. So Mahomes would watch the film, would like to have a few plays back, and I agree. I think there's a few plays Mahomes could have thrown better passes, maybe 3 to 4. A couple of them were at that last drive, to be honest with you, and then they ended up scoring anyway, but you would have had more time on the clock if you hit Thornton on the first pass there. I have more optimism about this game, and again, they lost. I feel better after this one a little bit than I did the Chargers game, even though losing both in a row makes it even worse. There's been only 2 teams in the last 3 years to make the playoffs when starting out 0-2. It was the Texans and the Bengals. I still think the Chiefs can make the playoffs. Just every game gets that much harder and that much more important down the stretch. You have the Giants next week. Hopefully you can win that one. You got the Ravens week 4. You've got the Commanders. You got the Lions coming up. It's not getting much easier in the Chiefs' schedule because when you finish top of your division, you're going to be playing the best of the best teams. And I think there's some super chats, and I'll look at them. But no, don't misunderstand me here. It's not doom and gloom. The sky is falling. It's over. There's some unfortunate circumstances going on with Worthy's freak injury. He'll be back soon, I think. Rice suspended. He'll be back, which is good. But yeah, you don't have a dynamic run game. I think that was a miss by the front office in free agency this offseason. You kind of have who you have right now. And somebody said, hey, what about Elijah Mitchell? Well, Elijah Mitchell is a healthy scratch. He didn't even do enough to earn an active spot on the roster so far. Now, maybe they'll mix that up. Maybe it'll change. But the offense is definitely struggling. Again, yeah, the defense, I think, impressed me for the most part. There's a couple plays that I think Flip and some of you other guys said, hey, McDuffie probably should have had better coverage on Devontae Smith on that play. Now, I agree. I definitely agree there. But you held the defending Super Bowl champs who hung 40 on you to 20 by the day's end, but 17, the coaches gifted them 3 more. The offense just can't win games only putting up 17 points. How do you do that? Unless it's the Chiefs defense or some fluke turnover or Kelsey not dropping the pass in the end zone. Okay, I think I need to catch up on some super chats, but that's just kind of my thoughts and where we are. It was a tough game. Much respect to the Eagles. The Chiefs had chances to win and they did not execute. And at the end of the day, whoever out-executes wins the game. And that's what happened. So the Eagles are going to go to 2-0. Kind of irrelevant, really, for the Chiefs. They're an NFC team. I thought week 1 was the more important game, but they lost that to the Chargers. Got close. Worthy injured didn't help, but you lose the more important game, but then because you lose week 1, you really needed to win this game. And you had chances, you had opportunities, and you didn't get it done. And it puts a lot of stress on the rest of the season. But yeah, they can come back and still make the playoffs, and it's not like the end of the world, but each loss gets a little more, there's a little more concern level. Should be within the building. Each game after this, it's concern level going up. Drew 100% took that ball from Hurts. Andy let it go. Well, Andy let it go. What are you supposed to do? You can't throw a challenge flag with under 2 minutes to go, right? I don't think. And you had no timeouts either. Smokey with the 5. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Secondary was great on coverage. Yeah, there were plenty of times, like if you're looking for some silver linings or some positives, at least from week 1 to week 2, the secondary was a lot better. Hurts had time in the pocket on multiple plays. I'm talking 5, 6, 7 seconds. Maybe I'm being dramatic in that. But it felt like forever. And the secondary held. So I feel like they did a good job, and that was without Christian Fulton, who left early with an ankle and was ruled out. That's unfortunate. Mike Dana was ruled out as well. The tush-push play got to go. BS. Randy, thanks for the 5. Yeah, it's a boring play to watch, man. But it's legal, and nobody's better at it than the Eagles. It's basically an automatic first down or touchdown for them, depending on the situation. But yeah, I don't know if anybody's ever really stopped it before. Josh with the 5. Entire team stale. Coaching needs an overhaul. I would love some fresh blood in the offensive coaching staff room, but I think you're stuck with the coaches that you've got. Toma with the 2. Andy's playbook, run, pass, pass out. Andy with the 5. Oh boy, my donuts just jumped. Drew Tranquil took that ball from Hurts and he was still moving. Coach Reed should have challenged it. Can you challenge with under 2 minutes to go? Am I missing something? Is that a new rule? Maybe somebody in the comments can tell me. Because that's the second time Andy said something about a challenge, but the Chiefs had no timeouts and it was under 2 minutes. No, but they should have reviewed it. Okay. No, you can't. All right. Fair enough. James with the 5. Chat GPT told me Kelsey's prenup is as thick as his playbook. I don't know, dude. She got more money. So, Stylesy with the 7.99. Thank you, brother. Clean up those costly mistakes and we can easily get in the wild card spot even when the West. Yeah, it gets more important and we need some of the AFC West guys to lose some games. Like I think the Broncos lost to the Colts, right? Is that what somebody said? Broncos lost by 1 point to the Colts on a walk-off field goal. So you need some stuff like that. You need the Broncos losing a game where they probably shouldn't have. I don't know. I didn't watch the game, but I don't think you should have lost to the Colts. But you need some stuff like that to go in the Chiefs' favor. Tyler with the 5. Remember the Ravens started 0-2 last year and finished 12-5. Did the Ravens start 0-2 last year? Either way, a good team can overcome a slow start. It's happened before. I don't think it's over anything like that. It just puts pressure, takes the importance level up. Every game's important, but the importance level has to go up for these games for sure. Hunter with the 10. Not worried about our offense, but we need to get more pressure on defense. McDuffie can't cover everyone for that long. Yeah, the D-line needs a winner other than Chris Jones, who's getting doubled a lot, and then Mike Dana's injured. But you're not worried about the offense. Is the concern level for you, Hunter, you're not worried about the offense because people are coming back? Worthy's coming back. Rice is coming back. I mean, maybe that's kind of where you are. Get Tyreek back, said J-Pap with the 2. Giants just dropped 37. No layups. God bless. Darian with the 2. At this point, Chiefs are losing to the Giants. Well, I really hope not. Russell Wilson looked pretty good. I need to go back and watch that game since they're playing him again, or since they're playing the Giants next week. I'll go and watch it for sure. But I felt like Russ was slinging it all over. He had like 200 and something yards in the first half alone. Jay with the 2 bomb. Thank you, man. Captain Redbeard with the 2. Game ball goes to Kelsey. Best player for Philly. Oh, God bless. Lacey Morris with the 2. Thank you. You forgot Russ is on the Giants? Yeah, he was throwing balls all over the place. It was kind of crazy, actually. Yeah, here's the thing, man. The Chiefs had opportunities to win the game. they didn't get it done. So when you play the Super Bowl champs, you have to capitalize, and the Chiefs didn't. So I feel better after this game, like it was within reach. I guess the Chargers game was too, but Herbert was dicing them left and right. It was awful. Now, it was kind of the inverse for the offense. The Chiefs were kind of cooking on offense in the second half. It was like touchdown, almost touchdown, turned into a field goal. But yeah, man, you start 0-2. It's GG's to the Eagles. I need to go back and watch the game. It's hard to really give much more in-depth thoughts than I just gave with the initial watch through while I'm also calling the game. James with the 5, bro, we were clearly the better team in that game. INT, and then a field goal later, game is lost. Yeah, it happens. If you don't execute, you're going to lose in the NFL at times. It's just how it goes. You're so optimistic? I mean, I have concerns. Don't get it wrong. It depends. Like 5 minutes ago in the game, there were some comments saying I was being too pessimistic just by saying, hey, the chances of the Chiefs winning this game just got very slim after that. It was after the Kelsey drop to the INT to the field goal for the Eagles. But 10-point game with an anemic Chiefs offense that is down playmakers. Yeah, they scored at the end to Thornton. I kind of wish we would have seen some deep balls earlier, a little bit. But I think the Eagles were caught. They were playing prevent, not expecting it. And you're already down 10. Hunter with the 10. Our 2 best receivers are out, and our rookie is also out. Yeah, Royals is out too. I didn't even mention that. They'll be back and can open up the playbook. It's going to help. It's not really doom and gloom for me, but it's an unfortunate loss. That's for sure. If the Chiefs reached out to Miami and Tyreek said yes, you think Tyreek will come back? They said this morning that they're not trading him. Maybe closer to the trade deadline if they're like no shot of making the playoffs. They're not winning their division. The Bills are winning that division. Les one with the 10. Thank you guys for the back-to-back-to-back 10 bombs, man. I appreciate all the support. Everybody, I mean, there's still 3,000 people in here. It wasn't the W that we were hoping for, but man, I had fun calling the game. It's really fun that I get to do this for a living, and to have all you guys in here, win or losses, it means a lot to me. So thank you, Hunter, for the 10. Les 1. NFL's holding us back. Just wait until we receive 2 of our wide receivers back. Andy Reid first got here, lost 4 games just to win 10 straight, and I believe that is what's happening. Yeah, it's not like the Chiefs are, I don't know, 5-7 or something like that. You're 0-2. You've got a hole to climb out of. You got to start by winning against the New York Giants next week. It's not going to be an easy task. I think they should be easier than the Chargers or the Eagles, but this is the NFL, and I don't really care who you're playing. If Kelsey drops a pass in the end zone, or that would be a touchdown or ball at the 1, and it turns into an INT and the other team turns that into 3, that's a 10-point swing, and that's hard for really any team to overcome, really, no matter who you're playing. Troublemaker with the 10. I know how the tush push is cheating. Center is waiting to see the guard movement, snapping the ball so the D-line has no chance. Kelsey was quicker center than this new guy. Yeah, it's a big, hot, debated topic about the tush push, which is why there was a legitimate vote on it to be banned. The reality is it didn't get banned. It didn't get enough votes passed, and so it's here. Whether you love it or hate it, it is a weapon at the Eagles' disposal. I mean, that's for sure. No thanks to Tyreek, said Falcon. We need pass rush desperately. That would help for sure. That would definitely help. James with the 5. Has the department of Eric Bieniemy shown it's had an effect? Oh, the departure. I mean, some people will argue vehemently yes. I look at a bit wider context to that and say I don't think so. There's probably some accountability stuff that he brings. The reality is the Chiefs didn't even want him back. Maybe there's something that I'm missing there because he's now the Bears running backs coach, but if the Chiefs wanted him back on offense, couldn't he have been brought in this offseason as like a running or something, some sort of offensive assistant, and just be brought back into the fold if they wanted him? It either seems like they didn't want him back, or maybe Bieniemy's done with the Chiefs. I don't really know what the deal is there. I will say this, I'm not necessarily like a huge Matt Nagy apologist either. I would be fine if they want to go a different direction and bring somebody else in next year. I said that last year too. But there's been no changes. No changes. We beat ourselves, not the Eagles. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, the Eagles did get the W. But yeah, the Chiefs had opportunities to potentially win that game for sure. Captain Redbeard with the 2. 0 teams have shown any interest in Bieniemy as OC. The Commanders did. That didn't work out, and then he coached at college for a little bit. So, man, I don't really care, to be honest, to have a Nagy EB debate right now after this game. Nothing's changing. EB's not coming back. Matt Nagy's not leaving. JG with the 10 bomb. JG Wentworth. Bringing it back to my childhood. We will get a few W's before week 6, and then Rice will get back, open up the offense differently. We still got this. Yeah, you've got to get some wins, though. You've got the Giants week 3. I hope you can win that, but then you have the Ravens week 4. I don't know who week 5 is off the top of my head, but it's not getting any easier. Bright spot, Omar Norman Lott looked great in his first NFL game, and defense played better today. Yeah, hats off to the defense. There was a couple times they gave up points, and they were put in tough spots. Like they gave up a field goal, but it was a 3 and out. But it was because the offense went for it on 4th down at their own 30, whatever, 35, 37. They had a short field on the missed Butker field goal that did turn into a touchdown. Sure, you could say, well, they shouldn't have given up a touchdown regardless. And I agree. The defense had some plays that they probably want back, but it didn't help that the Eagles started with the ball at the 50. I mean, that certainly didn't help. Tyler with the $. Thank you, man. Casey with the 5. All this talk about Tyreek doesn't make sense. Why would you use cash and draft picks for a running back versus a wide receiver? Oh, why wouldn't you use cash and draft picks for a running back as opposed to a receiver? Tyreek also has some off-the-field stuff going on right now, too, that the NFL is aware of and maybe looking into. I don't know. I don't know what you do if you're the Chiefs. I think if you look at this game, you had opportunities to win it, regardless of anybody else being brought in or not, and you just didn't execute. Flat out, point blank, period. Chiefs not making the playoffs? I mean, it's week 2, brother. We'll see. They've made the playoffs how many years in a row? We'll see. We have kids in the chat. I wish I could see people's ages so I could not address children, because it's really hard to know. Brees Hall? Yeah, that sounds good. It's going to be a long year. We need some W's. Here's the reality. Since I started this channel, the Chiefs have basically just won. But I didn't know that. A, that would happen. B, when I started the channel, I didn't know it'd actually grow up, blow up, whatever. I've watched the Chiefs lose a lot of games. I was born in the 90s. So it's a couple tough losses. Gonna have to mute Eagles fans this week, worst in the league. Thanks for the 2, Anna. I feel like the Eagles their fans should, it's a W, right? But I think they should probably have some concerns too. It's the second week in a row their offense has really done nothing. I do credit some to the Chiefs' defense. I think they played a good game, but the offense struggled, I think, last week too against the Cowboys. And they didn't have Jalen Carter, but they did have Jalen Carter in this one. But again, back-to-back really tough offensive performances for the Eagles who, again, obviously got the W. So that's all that really matters. But sure, I think we'll have trolls, or you'll have people that you should celebrate the win. I don't know. They're going to say what they want to say. Nothing hurts as bad as the Super Bowl. So, okay, you won week 2. I mean, good job. It's kind of like how I would have felt if the Chiefs won this game. I would have been like, okay, good job. You won week 2. It doesn't really make up for the Super Bowl loss by any means. Old Navy, thank you so much for the 34 months, man. One of the OGs on the channel. But yeah, the Eagles should celebrate every win that you can. Enjoy it. You got the W. To the victor goes the spoils. Exactly. Like your channel. Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate you, man. Hey, GG's. He said it's Spirit of Philly. So yeah, GG's, man. There's not a lot of excuses here from me. I just think the Chiefs had some opportunities there, and they got out-executed and didn't make the plays needed to get the W. It ended a 3-point game. It was 10 points. You needed an onside kick or a little bit of a miracle there. We have Kelsey catches the touchdown. Could it have been different? You'll never know because he didn't. So that's the reality. The Chiefs fall to 0-2. The Eagles go to 2-0. You got the Giants coming up next week, so you got to figure it out. You might have Worthy back, maybe. You got to hold out until Rice returns week 7. You have injuries to Mike Dana, to Christian Fulton. Josh Simmons got banged up in some capacity, but came back in and finished the game and saved a pick 6, by the way. I don't know how he did that. It still turned into 3, I think, but still. You got to get right. More running back screens for Hunt, like the good old days. Maybe. You need to do something. That's for sure. Think you're going to put Rice on my bench anyway, even though he's suspended? Cole, the Colts actually missed the field goal at first, but there was a flag on Denver, so they re-kicked it and made it. Oh. What a way to lose. Oh, God. That's tough, man. But hey, the Chiefs lost too, so whatever. At the end of the day, they both got an L in the column, but yeah, what a tough way to lose. That's insane, dude. Kelsey had either one of those balls. This could have been a different story. What's the other game? Or what's the other ball? Eagles on top. Yep. Yes, sir. They got the dub. Man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. GG's to the Eagles, man. Got it done. Super Bowl champs, 2-0. I'm sure fans look at the team and like, okay, there's some changes that need to be made, but thank God we won those 2 games. For me, I look at the Chiefs and I'm like, well, there's some changes that need to be made, and they didn't win either of those games. So, hats off. Tough loss for the Chiefs. They didn't earn the win, and they didn't really deserve it because they did not execute at the level they needed to beat the reigning Super Bowl champions, man. So, hey, thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks for all the dono bombs, the memberships, the mods holding it down. Really appreciate you guys, win or loss. This was a tough one. It was close. There's some things to positively take away, but it's kind of like the inverse of last week, I feel like. So you've got to have more consistency on both sides of the ball. I feel like the defense played out of their minds, and you've got to carry that into week 3. And then the offense just has to find some sparks, man, and then execute. And then special teams, too. Harrison Butker missed an extra point last week. He missed 3 today. All those points matter. I mean, if Harrison Butker made that field goal and Tyquan Thornton scores a touchdown late, it's potentially tied 20-20. So every point matters against a great team. And so there's some concerns to go around on probably all phases of the ball. If I had to go in order, I'm probably going defense. So order of like who played the best to worst, I guess, from a unit. I'm going to go defense. I'm going to go offense, coaching, then maybe special teams. Tough to know. But hey, I appreciate you guys. I got to get off here and make a recap short of this game. But I appreciate you. And until next time, let's go. Let's freaking go.
How about those Chiefs?